ニュージータ4誕生。ニュージール4誕生。
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
今までの常識を超えた録画領域360度全方位を記録する360度カメラ搭載日本製ドライブレコード HDR360C コムテック。
ホットウィールは1968年に販売を開始し、2018年に発売50周年を迎えた販売台数世界一のダイキャストカーブランドです。年間約400種類のラインナップとなるベーシックカーからコレクターに人気のプレミアムカーなど幅広い商品ラインナップが揃っています。今回フォーミュラドリフト仕様のシルビアも会場で販売しているので、ぜひチェックしてください。
EORSR 一番。
これが噂のバリバリバリのバリのタイヤ。
斉藤ローケージ。
配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心やる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティーThe brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心やる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、 小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティThe brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウエットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル、Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
And we're back here for the top 16. We made it for the Formula Drift Japan 2021 round 1 here at Suzuka Twin Circuit.
I didn't give you the cue.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at the top 16 for Formula Drift Japan 2021 round 1 here at Suzuka Twin Circuit in the Mia Prefecture. I'm going to be your host for this top 16 right here battle. My name's Kenny Harris. Alongside me is translator, judge, and co-commentator Robbie Nishida.
How you guys doing? And welcome back. We were really excited. Look at these 16 cars right here lined up in front of us. It's too bad that it's not sunny. It's wet. But you know what? It's an even condition for all the drivers. Hey, guys out there, all the drivers are going to be in the wet. And we saw some great qualifying yesterday, and we saw some exciting tandeming in the top 32 right now. So I'm just super pumped to see what's going to happen today and who's going to be winning and taking the top spot.
Especially round 1 here. I mean, we're about to knock out round 1, and it is a bummer that it's raining out, but it's great to be back at this.
Yeah, there's a couple of new cars and new faces, and there's some people that are back from last year. I want to see how the top 3 of last year is going to be doing this event because they're all in the top 16, and some of the people might have fell out as well. But there's some new faces in here and some top contenders. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for our top 16. All right, now I would like to ask everybody to take your hats off and please stand for the Japanese national anthem. Thank you, everybody, and once again, welcome back. Thank you for joining us, for all of you out there watching, and also the teams, drivers, everybody sitting here in the wet, in the drizzling rain. But let me go ahead and introduce you the top 16 drivers that made it through the top 32, the qualifying the top 32 from yesterday. This is qualifying number 1, car number 4, the LB Racing S15 Silvia with the 4-rotor twin-turbo, Tetsuya Hibino.
Going against Tetsuya is going to be ranked number 17 from Team Cusco Racing, driving the A90 Supra, number 770, Yusuke Kusaba.
All right, so that's the first battle of the top 16. Now let me go ahead and go along with the introduction of the drivers. This is going to be the second battle of the top 16. So from the qualifier ranking number 9, we have car number 888, Laudata Club Racing S15 Silvia, Kenji Yamada.
Qualifying number 25 with Team Mori, driving the S15 is Mitsunori Yoshimura.
All right, going along, the name of the drivers who made it into the top 16. This is going to be the third battle. This guy was ranking 4th in the qualify. Car number 36, TMS Racing, Team Silent Tire, driving the Eurofighter E92 BMW packed with the 1GR, Kazumi Takahashi.
Next, qualifying number 13 with Kartis Okinawa Nor in the 200 Series Crown is number 18, Tetsuya Iha.
All right, now this is going to be an exciting one. This is going to be the fourth battle of the top 16. This is a champion from last year, 2020, ranking number 5th in the qualified. Team Well JZX 100 running the Mark II, car number 8, Koichi Yamashita.
Battling Yamashita right here is going to be qualifying number 12 with Good Ride Team Tops Racing with Project Mew in the S15, number 17, Jin Horino.
All right, now for the fifth battle of the top 16. This guy was ranking 2nd in the qualified, the Loud VR38 Volino 180 SX, driven by this old school driver, car number 15, Katsuhiro Ueo.
going against Ueyo, qualifying number 15 in the car guy racing with Kazama Auto Service in the JZ80 Supra, number 125, Yoshichika Tamagawa.
And now this is going to be the 6th battle of the top 16, ranking number 7th in the qualify, driving the Tanabe SSR Team Dunlop with Weld JZX 100 Mark II, the gentleman, car number 38, Tadahiro Fukada.
Battling Fukada is going to be ranking number 23 in qualifying, Chari Boy style with Vitmore tires, Stammaji S13 1 Via 666666 Tsuchiya Mano.
Our second to last battle of our top 16. This guy was ranking 3rd in the qualify, driving the TCP Magic AWA tire, Good Ride West Japan FD3S with the 3-rotor RX-7, car number 808, Munabu Fujinaka.
Qualifying number 14 with Origin Labo Racing in the S15, Yoshiya Esaki.
The last but not least battle of the top 16. This guy is a 4-time champion of the FD Japan Series, ranking 6th in this qualify. Team Kazama with Power Vehicles Lexus RC, car number 100, Andrew Gray.
And last but not least, going against Andrew Dre is going to be ranking number 11 with Komatsu Racing in the Lexus IS350, number 80, Yuta Komatsu.
So here is the lineup of the 16 drivers that made it through the qualify and the top 32 that we had earlier on today. With the conditions we have right now, I know it's really hard to be out there and it's really, really slick, but we are looking forward to seeing some great battles, and I am excited to see who's going to be on top of this.
Oh, I know. These 16 guys definitely had to fight to get here, especially with the conditions on the track and they're, dealing with their vehicles, trying to get that true dialed-in motion that they need to get in all these zones and actually get these chase and lead runs through.
Yeah, so this is going to be a fun one because looks like everybody's spread out. We got like veterans going against new guys, and we got some high power cars going against old power cars. Over here all the way on the last battle is going to be a Lexus versus Lexus. Look at this right here. We got last year's champion, Koichi Yamashita. I think he's going to be going against Hirino.
But the blend of cars, though, check it all out.
Yeah, very colorful. Very
different model cars, everything you got from old school new skate, like you were saying, and then you got random cars that are like you don't see too often, as IS350s, these Crowns out here, stuff like that.
Now you have to know how much was it? It's like 200 days or so that we had in between from the last Formula Drift Japan event that we had, right?
Roughly, yeah, 215 days or so, and then on top of that, Suzuka Twin Circuit, we didn't even get to run that last year, so it's been 2 years since we've been here. And then on top of that, a new layout. So there's been a lot thrown at these drivers to adapt and conquer with the long off season and coming into a new track.
Yeah, you haven't even seen this track yet because the last time we were back here was like 2019, I think? 2019, yeah.
And we were running reverse, full different setup. So definitely this new track has its challenges. If you haven't checked it out during qualifying or at top 32, definitely you're going to find out how tricky this track is. There you go.
There you go. That's a pretty loud car.
4-rotor twin turbo right there. Woo!
All right, so I know that's LB Racing's car, but at the same time, TCP Magic is doing the maintenance on the car, and if you that'll probably ring a bell because the TCP Magic is actually our other FD Japan champion that we had before, Mad Mike.
Yep.
He's not back here this year. He wasn't back here last year because of the whole COVID thing. So I just can't wait to see him back and some of the foreign drivers, Matty Hill.
I know.
It's going to be exciting when everything's back to more normal, but meanwhile, we do have to keep drifting. So
exactly, and these guys are keeping it alive for sure. Through all this bad weather we're having right now, they're still coming out and giving it their all, 110%.
Yep, so we have rotaries, we have a V engine, VRs, we have one GR, we have two JZ, SR20. it's a really cool, and the 3-rotor too, so it's going to be an exciting markup.
And a wide range of horsepower, which obviously we found out earlier that it doesn't matter on this track.
Oh yeah, we're talking the drifting, so it doesn't really matter. It's wet, it's drifting. Whoever drives the car, drives the doors off of the cars, is going to take the top spot, obviously.
Exactly.
And I would like to see how this season is going to turn out too, because we have 6 rounds this season. We had 5 until last year, so it's going to be a cool long season, but it's going to be really exciting as well. But before we start this up,
check out our new commercials that we have for you.
Yeah, we got some new commercials. Check out some, we'll be right back. Short messages.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウェット A。ウェット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティThe brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, bounty.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウェット A。ウェット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC
Motis. The brightness, called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
Missed the opening ceremonies for round one here at Suzuka Twin Circuit for the Formula Drift Japan 2021 series out here in Mie Prefecture. I'm going to be your host for the day. It's Kenny Harris, and alongside me is going to be translator, co-commentator, and also judge Robbie Nishida.
What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Welcome back. Really excited right now. It's just too bad it's raining. I probably keep bringing it up, but that's how much I feel about this rain because I wish it was a little bit more
Friday's practices.
sunnier.
I know.
Yeah,
Friday's practices. Just the amount of smoke they were throwing and how much dynamic and how much flair they were giving in all these outer zones was insane. So it kind of sucks that we can't show that off here and show this new true function of this new layout. But
Yeah, because I was hating it because we were like getting covered with smoke like crazy.
Exactly. But, you know, it is what it is. We got to deal with Mother Nature, and here we are in the rain. But luckily, these drivers are not making it phase them, and they're actually still pushing their cars to the limit and making this track, you know, as challenging as it actually is.
All right, so over here we are on the U.S. or the English side of commentating and the live stream, and we also have the Japanese commentating, and we have Tom Saiba. He's the commentator. Well, he's a host for the Japanese side, and also the commentator is Yoichi Imamura, and he's also a fellow judge. So we're both double dutying. We're talking and also judging at the same time. So,
but at the same time, we can't forget the third judge.
Exactly. He is all the way over in the States. He's far, far away from us right now, but he's remote. He is joining us, tuning in with us, and I know it's probably like past midnight or something like that.
There you go. Here's a
Yep,
Imamura and
can
Tom
see,
Saiba. They're right at the end. So you see us right here. They're on the other end of us.
Yeah, you see my arm. They're like they're over there. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said,
just like last year, Ryan's tuning in with us, and he's judging from afar, and kind of looking forward to him coming back out here and, you know, hanging out with us.
Yeah.
There he
go.
is.
What's up, Ryan? Ryan Lantain, the World Drift Judge.
There you go.
And you know what's crazy? Ryan has never met Kenny yet.
I know.
One day you guys will see each other.
I'm the COVID specialty.
Or he's gonna get fired and you're gonna come in and take his place. It's gonna be either or, so you might not even be able to see him.
Exactly.
No, but also we have Mr. Iwata over here. He is on this side of Lantain, so Lantain's gonna be judging, and the results we will be inputting here. So we want to make sure that we don't have any mistakes, and we will be doing some serious judging out here in the rain. There is, that was Kuro-chan at the starter. He's our starter. Getting soaked all the time. I'm sorry, guys. And I'd like to thank everybody, the course guys and the camera guys and everybody out here, all sitting in the lane, the spotters. Look at everybody is here, trying to make a great event out of what we have right now with this weather.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure the drivers will do that for us. Because
they will. And then hats off to the team, too. Teams to make it happen behind the scenes for these cars to come out here and give it their all. So hands down to all of them and everybody else, but most of all, hands down to y'all out there that are tuning in, especially all around the world. I know the time difference is pretty crazy. It's around, it's a little after 1 out here. Yeah, about 1:30 almost, so.
Yep, so I think Ryan is hating life right now because I know it's like past midnight wherever he's at, so. But yeah, shout out to the FD guys in the U.S. They just had their first event out in Atlanta. It looked like it was a big success, and I think next weekend they're going to have another round
in Orlando, yeah,
right? So yeah, make sure you tune in for that on the.
It's back-to-back weekends of Formula Drift right there for you.
Yeah, because we're like 2 weeks away from the next round here.
We are.
Right?
So
I think the next round is supposed to be at Ebisu Circuit.
Ebisu Circuit, yes.
And remember, guys, thank you for y'all who donated and, was part of getting Ebisu back together. But it looks like they're almost back on their feet again. We'll find out when we go there for the next round of Formula Drift Japan.
Definitely looking forward to that.
There you go. Right now in the burnout box, we see Tetsuya Hibino. He was the #1 qualifier. And also, brand new car. I saw this car previously, maybe a couple weeks ago when they got done with it. They were testing it a little bit, and that was also in the rain too. So I think he's really familiar with this car, driving it in the rain, because I think the first time he drove it in the dry was a couple days ago or something.
Man, it feels like he's been driving it for years. The way he handles it around this track and the way he clears all these outer zones, he's definitely an eye for these other drivers to what they got to expect and what they got to anticipate for him.
Oh yeah, for sure, because Tetsuya Hibino is not a new name in the drift industry, because he's been around for a long time. He's been competing in D1 for many years. Super veteran. And now he is going to be driving this LB Racing S15. Listen to that 4-rotor twin turbo, very aggressive.
They're like 200 yards away and you can still hear it, so that's insane.
Yeah, I guess in the US we got loud V8s, but in Japan we got
loud
rotaries too, so.
Definitely sounds amazing, so.
Yeah, and check out this car, the livery of it. I mean, it's like an old school S12 Hoshino Racing.
Very aggressive kit. On top of that, I mean, it's durable. He smashed some pylons and it didn't phase any of the kit.
Oh yeah, the pylon just went crying home. So.
But you can see in the background right there, you got Yusuke Kusaba right there in the A90 Supra. He's getting his tires warmed up.
Yep, that's the Cusco Racing on Bridgestone. Very clean car that debuted last year, and
we were actually talking about it earlier, how much more control he has with this car, and how much he's like, this car is definitely, he's starting to get it dialed in and understanding it.
Oh yeah, especially from the beginning of last year when we first saw the car, it looked like it was kind of incomplete, but it looks like he's. They said they changed the setup so much from then, and the car looks like it's fully controllable by the driver. So
yes,
this is going to be an interesting battle.
We shall see right here. This is going to be a nice battle for these two right here.
Yeah, both cars look aggressive though. You know, this Supra, it's a brand new chassis, has a 2JZ in it. Cusco has all the suspension arms for it. Very clean build. I was able to take a look at that car. And also the LB Racing S15 too. That was built by TCP Magic, who also does maintenance for the RX-7, FD RX-7 that Mad Mike which is also ex-FD Japan champion as well. Yes. He is not joining us because of the COVID. Hopefully, we'll have everybody from all over the world be able to join us. We got guys from Singapore, Neon, Benjamin. Those guys too aren't able to come in. So we miss all these guys. Also, our original commentator, Ryan Sage, Kevin Wells, those guys aren't here either because of the whole COVID. So hopefully this all blows away. But before that, we'll go ahead and check out these two cars. Go head-to-head. First battle of the top 16.
So we're going to have Tetsuya Hibino. He's going to be the lead while we have Yusuke Kusaba on the chase right here. Starting it off right. For the top 16, trying to get to the grade 8 right here.
Yeah, you just have to have that in mind. Tetsuya Hibino had a bye run earlier. So this is the first battle he's going to do in the car in a professional competition.
So here they come right here down the stretch into the 3-2-1. Hibino coming in nice and aggressive into outer zone 1, sweeping into outer zone 2, still hitting that whole line of outer zone 2. Starting off early in outer zone 3, taking all of it in, but right there, Kusaba's right at his door, not letting that phase him at all. Pushes through to the touch and go, and finishing off here in the outer zone 4. Right there, that is a prime example of what we want to see right there, but then again, it makes it harder on the judges.
Exactly. I would have to say that was a very beautiful battle by both drivers. Definitely something great to see on the first battle of the top 16 here. It looks like Tetsuya Hibino leading in the LV Works car. He is filling the zones very well. A lot of angle. And as you can see, Kusaba chasing the lead car. Looks like he has to dial down a little bit on the angle. And it is not kicking as much angle as the lead car, but looks like it's good enough proximity. The line is a slight smaller than the lead car, but at the same time, he's keeping everything tight. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen now when Kusaba leads and Hibino chases.
See right here, so just like you said, Kusaba's going to be leading while we have Hibino going to be on the chase. Hibino's well dialed in on his S15 right now, so I expect close proximity throughout this whole course in this next run. Right here they go, taking off right here through the chicane. Kusaba in the lead, Hibino in the chase right here. Entry into outer zone 1 coming in. Oh, taking a real short line, but Hibino's right there with that short line by Kusaba. But look at that, right there on his door into outer zone 3, coming out outer zone 3, riding all the way with him. Woo! Hibino still riding all the way up against him in the outer zone 4 and keeping that close proximity, finishing through. Woo!
That was a exciting battle to see. Even though it's raining, the car is just slipping, sliding, but let's go ahead and check out. It looks like Kusaba made a huge error here where he totally missed outside zone 2 and threw a little bit too much angle and made a major stall, but this gave Hibino time to catch up. And now look at this. Hibino almost mirrors his line and angle throughout outside zone 3. Looks like Kusaba needed to go a little bit deeper on outside zone 3. And Hibino caught him once, and he is not going to let him go. And check this out. He dives right in at the outside zone 4. It almost looks like he has some kind of contact. But I think we're going to have to evaluate the whole thing. The lead, chase to chase.
Definitely Kusaba making that little error right there into outer zone 2. Made it a little tricky, but he caught himself. Instead of spinning out, he kind of caught himself there and was able to actually pull that one off and finish the course out. But we'll have to see here, see what the judges have to say.
We're just having slight technical difficulties. There we go.
All right. Here's another replay. Kusaba in the lead right here, right there. Slowed down quite a bit right there, and then came around. Nice chase by Hibino, though.
Yeah. Very good proximity. And at parts, it looks like the chase car had a little bit more angle than the lead car, too.
Yeah, let's see what Ryan has to say. Hibino and Yoichi Imamura is going to go with Hibino, and Robbie has Hibino. So all the way to the right, Hibino will be moving on to the grade 8.
Kusaba did a great job until some of his mistakes that he made on the outside zone 2 on his lead run. And he didn't fill the zones as much. And also Hibino had a very good proximity. So Hibino took down Kusaba in his A90 this time, and he's moving on to the top 8. So that was his very first battle in the professional drifting series, and he got the win.
He proved that number 1 slot that he picked up.
That's pretty amazing, yeah.
So next we have, coming up is going to be Kenji Yamada against Mitsunori Yoshimura right here.
Ooh, this is going to be an interesting battle because number one, we're going to have to see who's going to win. Going against Hibino, waiting for them at top 8. Number 2, both of the cars S15s, both of the cars SR20s.
It's going to be a good challenge right here.
So it might be like more like a responsive, lightweight, you know, battle.
Here we go right here. Yamada in the lead with Yoshimura in the chase right here. Yamada with aggressive entry, kind of missing outer zone 1. And then real shallow into outer zone 2, catching just the back end of it. Trying to squeeze into outer zone 3, and Yoshimura's right there at his rear quarter panel, coming through to this touch and go section. He was transitioning into outer zone 4. Oh man. Yoshimura was trying to stay as close as he can to him that whole time.
Hey, you know what? But I have to say the proximity that Yoshimura had coming from initiation all the way down, that was pretty impressive. It was not the cleanest run that we saw from Yamada. Let's go ahead and check this out. It was a nice flick right here, but it looked like he missed outside zone 1. Didn't feel outside zone 2 as much as he was supposed to, but Yoshimura was right there on his door. Now outside zone 3. Coming out of outside zone 3, it looked like Yamada was having a hard time to dig himself out of there. Yoshimura was right there the whole time, keeping the car in the drift motion. And right here too, Yoshimura, he dipped out a tire, but at the same time Yamada did too before he did. Well, he knocked over the cones, the finished cones, and the second cone on the outside zone 4. So now we want to see what's going to happen when Yoshimura's leading and Yamada's going to give chase.
Yes, so Yoshimura is going to be here on the lead while Yamada's switching roles and going to be on the chase. See what they're going to throw down in their S15s right here.
That's kind of cool.
So Yamada's what, Jamaken, right?
Jamaken, yeah,
that was his nickname. That's what we were saying last year. We didn't mention it now, so let's see. Yamada on the chase.
There's a red flag. It must be cone. Yeah, I guess it is some Yoshimura.
Touch,
Yoshimura hit a cone when he was coming out the chicane. Now the rules here for the chicane, if you guys are not familiar with it, the lead car has to go through the chicane without hitting any other cones. Also, there's a start light where the lead car has to follow the start light. Now the chase car can leave whenever they want, but they have to make sure that they give enough space for the front car to do whatever they want on the straightaway, because you can't impede the lead car's line.
At the end of the day, it's not a drag race to get there, so.
Exactly, it's not. So we would like to see the lead cars to take a deep breath, drive through the chicane, don't hit any more cones, and if you do it 3 times, basically that run's over. It's going to be an incomplete. You got to really watch out.
So Yamada on the chase while we got Yoshimura in the lead right here. Yoshimura filling out outer zone 1, coming into outer zone 2, just missing outer zone 2 just by a hair. Yamada trying to get up on his quarter panel. And Yoshimura over there, a little shallow in outer zone 3, coming into touch and go. Yamada trying to catch some of that proximity in that outer zone 4 right there, but definitely was kind of lacking it throughout the course.
All right, now both drivers are doing a great job leading and chasing. Let's go ahead and evaluate this run. Yoshimura's leading this time. Not as much of a hard flick as Yamada, but it looks like he fills outside zone 1. Doesn't fill outside zone 2 so much. A little bit, he goes in a little early on the outside zone 3, leaves a little early here. And that might be just to make it through here. He goes to the touch and go fairly well. And Yamada doesn't seem like he is as close as Yoshimura is on his chase run. So we have to look at the proximity, and we have to also judge this by looking at the lead-to-lead, chase-to-chase.
That's the biggest thing right there. We can't forget the lead-to-lead, chase-to-chase comparison, not just the whole run against each other. So we'll see here. I know that was a big factor in the top 32, so let's see what the judges have to say. That was the replay of the pylon touch. Here's another replay right here of Yoshimura's lead run. Just missed outer zone 2. And then left early out of outer zone 3 right here. But like you said, it was probably to make up this area right here where the touch and go, to actually get up to the touch and go and then come into outer zone 4.
Yeah, so I was just looking at the mistakes that both of the cars made and just had to count up how many mistakes and how severe the mistakes were too. And I went on ahead and input my my thoughts to pick who is going to be moving on or getting one more time. But that was a very close battle, in my opinion.
It really was.
It was very
So
close,
we'll
but
see
there
what-
were a couple
Ryan's
of things.
got
There
it
you
one
go.
more
Yeah, there you
time.
go.
Yoichi with
Oof.
and Yoshimura
Yep.
right there.
All right, so the major part was Yamada. His entry was how can I say it? His entry, I had to dock him for the entry. He looked like he was having a hard time leaving outside zone 3, even though he filled it a little bit better. But I think Yoshimura overall did a better job when he was chasing as well. He was a little bit closer than Yamada was, and also Yamada had the dip tires out at the outside zone 4 as well. So it was a really, really close call where I was going to do it one more time as well, but I was just counting out the mistakes and see, and I just thought that Yamada did a little bit too much more, or a little bit more than Yoshimura did. So that was a 2-1. So
Definitely a tough one to choose from. I mean,
oh,
I could have
yeah.
seen it both ways. One more time all day long, but
I
mean,
almost tapped one more time as well.
but it comes out down to those fine details right there. So next coming up, we have at the line is number 36, Kazumi Takahashi. That sweet looking BMW right there, alongside with Tetsuya Iha. We got Takahashi in the lead, Iha in the chase right here in the crown. Iha trying to close in on that proximity, but Takahashi pushing along into outer zone 3, giving him a nice line to go on. Let's see if Iha can pick it up right here. Definitely falling a little behind there during the touch and go, and Takahashi just pushing forward.
All right, now I think there's a patch of slippy area after the outside zone 3 right here on the turn. Maybe it doesn't get any kind of action out there, so it might be a little slippery. Now Takahashi feels outside zone 1 pretty good. Doesn't get into outside zone 2 early, but does feel it towards the end. And right here, it looks like Takahashi leaves outside zone 3 a little bit earlier. But right after here, Iha falls back a lot, and there's a gap created by Takahashi, and he just kind of took off. Iha was left behind. So there was no kind of proximity right there, but I think Iha was doing his best to stay behind Takahashi as much as possible. So let's see what's going to happen when Iha leads and Takahashi gives chase.
But man, most definitely, Iha had him. He was right there with good proximity through outer zone 1 and 2, but 3 definitely, coming out of 3, just definitely slowed him up.
Yeah, Iha, that was a very impressive outer zone number 1, outer zone 2 approach by Iha, because he was right there, you know.
Yeah, you can even hear them coming up in front of us, right in front of the judges stage, that you could hear him just throttling, but his car was just not being able to grip up a little to give him a little bit more oomph. But here he goes, Iha coming in as the lead with Takahashi on the chase. Iha coming in, getting into outer zone 2, woo, coming real aggressive into outer zone 2, trying to catch back around into outer zone 3 and trying to stay in it right here. Here's where he struggled last time, and still pushing. And Takahashi's right there, right at his quarter panel, pushing him.
All right, so it looks like Takahashi had more overall proximity behind Iha. But at the same time, Iha was putting up a really good fight when he was when he was leading right now. Check this out. Not as much of an aggressive flick at outside zone 1, but tries to fill the zone. He goes 1 tire off after the end of outside zone 2. 1 tire off there at the outside zone 3. And this is where he struggles to catch any kind of traction there, but he makes it all the way around, barely gets into the touch and go, and tries to fill outside zone 4. Meanwhile, behind him, Takahashi was there everywhere. Yes. But I would have to say that watching Iha's car from last year to this year,
oh, I know,
whatever they did, whatever they did to the car, it looks like the car is handling a lot better, especially in this rain, because that's supposed to be a big, heavy tank.
And you saw how much commitment he had there. I mean, he was pushing so hard that he came off with a tire. I mean, he was definitely pushing his car to its limits and just couldn't get it out of the outer zone 3. It just made him struggle both in the lead and chase run right there.
Yeah, so definitely a good direction they are going with the car on Iha, but he is going against the ranking number 2nd from last year's championship, Takahashi, so that is not going to be an easy guy to beat.
Ryan, Yoichi, and Robbie for Takahashi going right there. So Takahashi will be going to the grade 8.
So the second battle, first driver making it into the grade 8 is going to be Takahashi. So we're going to have to see who's going to make it into the next one, because the next guy's up is going to be very interesting. Car number 8, Yamashita, which is 2020 Formula Drift Japan champion, and also Formula Drift Japan veteran. Car number 17, Horino, is going to be duking it out.
So just like you said earlier, this is going to be Yamashita's first battle right here. He had a bye for his first in the top 32.
Yeah, I know top 32 is one of the most nerve-wracking battles you can have when you first come to the event, because you obviously everybody wants to make it in top 16. You got the intro, and you know, making it, going higher in the bracket is really important too. But 32 is nerve-wracking, but also getting a bye run and making it into 16 is really good. But at the same time, it's really
you don't know what to expect
your nerves
at that
too.
point. Yeah, exactly.
Because you didn't do a battle that day. So these guys that gets to do a battle and makes it into top 16, their engine is running and warmed up already.
Yeah,
now Yamashita has to get his engine started and warmed up.
So speaking of bye runs, so yeah, if you're just tuning in, you didn't see top 32. We actually had 27. No.
Yeah, that's
27 that made it to top 32. So we had 5 bye runs there, and definitely made it a little hard. I mean, yesterday was pretty rough between the unexpected rain / dry condition that we had. It threw a wrench to a lot of these drivers and made them 0-0 out.
Yeah, so now that you brought up the rain and the weather, I'm just worried that the rain is going to slow down and make this place blotchy like how it was on the second run for all the qualifiers. But you know what? Keep the rain coming, because I love it like this, instead of it making it real complicated for the drivers. So we got a slick track out there. Let's see what these guys can do.
Got them lined up right now. You got Yamashita in the lead, Horino in the chase position. Here they are. Yamashita coming in. Nice aggressive approach to outer zone 1. Horino a little shallow in that, but trying to keep that proximity. Yamashita filling out outer zone 3 really well, coming out into the touch and go right here. Screaming through. Horino just trying to hold on and catch that proximity back, but man, Yamashita just pushing through this whole course.
All right, you know what? I would have to say that was the run of the 2020 FD Japan champ, because it was an amazing lead run. Flicks it out right there, fills outside zone 1, fills outside zone 2 very well. Horino trying to keep up with them. Fills outside zone 3 really good, with good angle and good line, taking it all the way outside. And right here too, going through the touch and go, very deep. Horino got left behind a little on this stretch.
Touch and go stretch, yeah.
Yeah, then he was nowhere near Yamashita after the switchback going to the outside zone 4. So that was a very, very good run from Yamashita. I would have liked to seen a little bit more proximity from Horino.
But now the tables have turned. Horino is going to be in the lead. Yamashita is going to be on the chase. You just saw earlier Yamashita's team anticipating on what the results will be after this run right here.
Yeah, and the way Horino made a initiation behind Yamashita, he was almost side by side. So you have to remember that the chase car has to try to mimic the lead car's line as well. So Horino basically totally blew outside zone 1 and just said, you know what, I'm going to stick to trying to be on the inside of the line so you could take the shorter line. Maybe there's like a speed difference or something from these cars.
You see what Yamashita's going to do right here with Horino in the lead right here. Horino coming into outer zone 2. Ooh, real aggressive into outer zone 2. Saving himself right there, coming into outer zone 3. Taking a pile on with him. Yamashita not even phased. Yamashita doing his thing right there. Mimicking every bit of Horino's line right there.
All right, so it looked like Harino threw something at Yamashita towards the end of the track, but that was one of the cones that he took down. I think it's the second cone on the outside zone 2. I am happy that I wasn't born to become a FD cone because my face would have been gone by now. But check this out. Harino makes a good flick, but he does go off course right here, runs over the second cone on the second outside zone. Yamashita stays calm and keeps a fairly well proximity behind Harino.
But definitely was not phased through that whole thing. Look at that, dodges the cone and all.
Yeah. Yamashita did take a shallower line at outside zone 4, but that doesn't matter at all right now because looking at both of the runs.
Let's see what Ryan's going to say. Yamashita, Yoichi Imamura with Yamashita, and Robbie Nishida with Yamashita. Yamashita is going to be moving along.
Yeah, Yamashita took out the veteran, car number 17, Harino. Harino did a great job as well, but he could not take Yamashita out. So Yamashita will be going against Takahashi. This is last year's 1 and 2 of the series. So we're
that's
going
to be a good battle.
Yeah, so why don't we just give the 2020 championship to whoever wins this one?
Oh, there you, there you go. Technically, it was last round was supposed to be a Suzuka too, so that's very unfortunate we missed out on the last round. It didn't get to give them their true shout-outs and awards.
Yeah, and I think the top 3 cars, 1, 2, and 3, it was Yamashita 280, Takahashi 274, and Andrew Gray 267. So there was only like, what, 13 points in between these guys?
And I mean, between 4, 5, all those guys below, they weren't even that far either.
Yeah, so it would have been anybody's game, but you know what? Nature does its thing, and I don't even know if it's nature or what, but you know, it's just too bad. Let's just forget about last year.
Here we are in 2021.
Yep, this is the new year.
And we got an extra round, so we got 6 rounds this year. But up at the line right now in the screen is number 15, Katsuhiro Ueo in his Valino Tires VR38 180SX. That is a beast engine. You guys are about to hear some loud, insane action right here.
There's a lot of popping and anti-lag type of stuff, and a lot of exhaust noise, and a lot of wastegate noise, and there's all kinds of noise coming from that car. Very high horsepower car. A veteran driver is going against this everybody's favorite car, JZA80 Toyota Supra, which Tamagawa rubbed it in our face, said, oh yeah, I got this car for free a couple years ago from somebody. And now, beautiful car. Now we got Nissan sports car versus a Toyota sports car. Both Toyota engine, Toyota car versus Nissan engine, Nissan car.
So let's see right here.
And they're both about the same age, right?
Yeah.
They're like early 90s, mid 90s cars.
So this is Ueo's new setup, though. He's now driving this 180SX. He did have the S15 last year. I don't know if he's bringing it back or not. But
I think he's bringing it back. He said something about it not being ready for this round, so he brought the 180 instead.
I know he was trying to bring the 180 out last year, but he held off and was like, I'm going to hold off on this. And now here he is. But it's the same, platform underneath the hood as the S15, so it's nothing new here.
That's kind of cool. It's like, oh yeah, I got an S15 with a VR38 in it. Oh, I also got a 180 that has a VR38 in it.
Wonder if he has an S14.
I don't know. I'll ask him that later, but there you go.
So here they are lined up, ready to go. Ueo in the lead, Tamagawa in the chase position right here. Ueo was our number 2 qualifier, so let's see what he's going to throw down for a lead run right here. Sliding all the way in, but Tamagawa, maybe gave him a little bit of contact right there at the end of outer zone 2. Definitely took a shallower line, so.
I think there was contact there.
Yeah, we're going to have to see.
It looked like Tamagawa over-rotated. It looked like Tamagawa over-rotated the car. The rear end of it slid out a little bit too much.
Seeing if everything's okay with Ueo's car. Kind of struggled getting out of there, but let's see right there.
Yeah, I think there was contact right there. Yeah, there's contact. There's his side skirt looked like it's popped off too, so it must have been a hit somewhere, but yep, there you go.
There it is right there.
Gave him a little love tap from behind, but that was some mad angle that Tamagawa threw.
It was.
But it was obvious that it was a little bit of an over-rotation by him, so
But see, surprisingly today, we haven't had a lot of these. So it just shows that these guys that are in the top 16 are pushing the limits.
Yeah, I think they're dialing it up a little by little as they go. So these guys definitely want to make it into the top 8. And I think Tamagawa pushed a little bit too hard. And yes, I know, you know, the reverse entry, it looks cool, you know, but I do agree that it's probably better to do it at demos and like track days.
Was that a purpose reverse entry?
I don't know if that was purposely done or not, but yeah, it has to be a chaseable lead run. Well, the lead driver drove. I'm sorry, the lead driver didn't do it. The chase car actually
Came
hit
in
the
too
front
aggressive,
car
yeah.
with the back. That's pretty awesome, though, you know, because that was a lot of angle thrown by Tamagawa, but not at the right time. We didn't want him to do that right now.
So they're figuring things out. Tamagawa's at the line, but Ueo's right there. They're just doing a little walk around. The inspectors are checking it out, making sure everything's good, and they're probably asking him if he wants his
coffee.
His coffee, yeah.
Okay.
And he said no, he doesn't need his coffee,
No,
so
he
he's
said,
ready to roll.
I have enough caffeine. I'm good to go. Yeah, so it looked like contact to the body, so I don't even know if it did anything to the suspension, or I don't know if it was involved, like any wheel hit or anything was involved. It looked like it was a tap. It was like a body to body tap. So Ueo said, you know what, we're good, let's go. Tanagawa was like, sorry about that. I was trying to get gangsta at the entry, and
so let's see right here. So now we got Tamagawa in the lead and Ueo on the chase.
And now, oh, hold on, they will not go yet.
Fixing his side skirt right here.
Yeah,
He's flapping in the wind whenever he's coming up to the line.
Yeah.
Man, that 180SX, that has aggressive hood on it right there.
Yeah, it does.
But you can see how it's lifted right there to fit that VR38 underneath it.
Yeah, and I seen them build that car. Well, I saw some photos and saw the car, and I know where that hood came from, but it's supposed to be like some super lightweight dry carbon hood. So car looks really aggressive. And guys, keep your eyes out because Ueo's passenger side skirt is damaged, and you might be able to see that on or for sale online somewhere. So if you want to bid for
there you go.
Slightly damaged
we almost had a cone
side.
yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we almost had a cone.
We almost had Hibino's cone.
Yeah, Hibino's cone that got dragged around the whole track here at FD Japan by the LB Racing S15 is going to be for sale soon too. So.
Autographed and all.
Yeah, autographed and all. The bidding starts now.
But he did have some phenomenal runs. But Ueo did too. That's why he's number 2 right here.
Yep, that was a...
So that's what I'm mad about is because, you know, I want them to hear how insane this car sounds. Between the rotary engines and this VR38 right here, it's like, it's music to my ears.
What did you say?
Exactly, that's what it's done to you.
What? I can't hear anymore. No. I do think I have some hearing problems because my wife always tells me that. She's like...
That's called old age.
Yeah, it's called old age. Sorry, guys. I'm very old, and I think we're almost ready to start here. You just saw the pits right now. That was Ueo's pits, I believe.
Let's see.
And now the cars are ready to go. The A80 Supra versus the 180. Both high-power cars. Both cars are gangster angle. Both
go.
really aggressive drivers. Let's go.
Tamagawa coming in with an outer zone, filling that outer zone 1 to outer zone 2, and Ueo's right there behind him, just cruising along. Is he gonna catch his proximity right here? Ooh. Finishing off strong right here for the both of them in the outer zone 4. Definitely playing with the throttle in outer zone 3 for Ueo.
Man, you know what as well as Tamagawa drove right now, I really wish that there was no contact at the first corner and we could have finished that to see how much he could have done behind Ueo. But check this out, Tamagawa does a fairly good job on filling the zones, even here. Ueo had to take a slightly shallower line to follow. And right here, Tamagawa had to shallow up the car, but he did make it all the way out to the touch and go. Makes the transition right here. So, I mean, that thing's got grip, and it is fast, too, because
Yeah.
it did not give Ueo easy time to, you know, get into his door. But
Here we go. Let's see what Ryan's got to say. All right, going with Ueo. Yoichi with Ueo and Robbie with Ueo. Unfortunately, because of that contact, that was probably the main cause right there for Tamagawa to get that, catch the L on that. So,
yeah, well, we'll see what's going to happen next time because our next round is going to be soon. It's going to be in the next couple weeks. So I'm pretty sure that Tamagawa is going to come back stronger, and we'll see him at Ebisu West Course.
West Course at Bisu on the 5th and 6th of June, so make sure you tune into that also. But
yeah, and then if you don't want to hear us, you could just mute us too.
yeah, that's
so.
cool too.
But watch the drivers because they're cool.
But next week we also have FD in the States going on too, so
that's next weekend, right?
Next week.
Orlando?
Orlando. So they already had one last weekend, so now it's like back to back to back.
Dude, that's a lot of drifting, and that's a lot of fun stuff to watch online, guys. I
It
mean,
is.
Don't miss out watching it because, I mean, all you got to do is just click, you know, or, oh, no, I'm sorry, turn the computer on or your phone on and just tap a couple of buttons and boom, there you are.
And then there's the volume control. You can go to 0.
And not hear us. All right, so now the...
Warming up right now is going to be...
Sixth battle of the top six.
Shuichi Mano is up in there warming his tires up right there. He has that new livery with Vitor tires.
Versus the gentleman. He's tall and a really funny guy and a veteran for FD Japan, car number 38, Tadahiro Fukada.
Fukada's setup's pretty much the same, he said. So coming in, but during qualifying and then also his top 32 battle, he definitely, I mean, his biggest thing is he takes this course real calm and collective and just takes it easy. I mean, he just runs through the course. Could probably throw more dynamic to it, but, you know, he definitely just reads the course and plays it out like it needs to be played. So here they are ready to go. Waiting for the lights.
Looks like everything is good. They're ready to go. So Fukada's been in this car for a few years now, so I am pretty sure that he's very, very familiar with the chassis. Mano is a slightly younger driver. He's an upcoming driver in the series as well.
He did really good in
Suzuka last year. Yeah, that's what really shine. So definitely a good driver.
Fukada in the lead, Mano in the chase right here. Fukada getting all of outer zone 1, hitting that last pylon, but missing and being real short of outer zone 2. And Mano not being phased, trying to catch that same line and be right there against Fukada. Fukada getting out of outer zone 2 a little bit late right there. But let's see if it's going to affect him right here in the touch and go. Man, Mano right there with the proximity, keeping it close. Mano came out to play. He came out.
Yeah, it looked like Fukada did over-rotate his car a little bit more, and he almost lost it, but he held on to it. But that was kind of a major stall for the lead car. But let's go ahead and check this out. It looked like Fukada could not initiate as much as the rear end came out a little bit more than he anticipated because when he initiated, it didn't look like the car wanted to come out. And all of a sudden, it just went loose. So that's how he probably kicked that much angle. I'm pretty sure that's not what he wanted to do. But Mano right there, even after that mistake, he tried to keep his proximity as close as possible with Fukada, and I think he did a really good job chasing him and trying to stay on the same line Fukada did. Now let's see how Mano is going to lead if Fukada gives chase.
Exactly.
And I wanted to ask you earlier, too, you said 666-666, so that means his car number is 666666?
It's either way you want to look at it. It could be 666 to you, or it could be 666.
Oh, okay.
However you like to say it.
You gave us both.
I gave you all versions of it, you know, because we got the Japanese side commentating English. So I'm trying to, you know, be very variant on this and make it widespread for everybody. Well understood.
Got it.
There you go.
So that's Vitor tire, Chatty Boy style Shuichi Mano going against Tanabe. SSR team Dunlop with Weld, GX 100 Mark II, Fukada. Let's see what happens.
Mano coming in. Ooh, getting outer zone. Nice outer zone 1 clear right there. Outer zone 2 was real shallow. Could have been a little deeper in outer zone 2, but then catching early in outer zone 3 and then coming out a little early. But man, Fukada is right there. See if he can catch more ground right here. Mano pushing through to outer zone 4 right there. man, this is tough between both comparing both chase runs and both lead runs.
Yeah, so Mono did a fairly good job right here. He does feel outside zone 1 fairly well. Fukada is right there. Outside zone 2 was fairly good too. Looks like Mono leaves outside zone 3. He comes in with good angle and good line. He leaves a little early. Fukada is right there trying to chase him. Barely makes it into the touch and go. And there's a little bit of a gap right there, but it looked like Mono shallowed up a little bit. Fukada just tried to do everything he can to catch back up. But now we're going to have to evaluate because you have to remember that Fukada did that major correction.
He did.
Or not correction, but major mistake by flicking the car out a little bit too hard on his lead run. And that's not good for a car chasing you and trying to stay in good proximity.
See what the rest of the judges have here. We'll see what Ryan's got to say. He went left with Mono, Yoichi Mamura left with Mono, and Robbie with Mono. So Mono will be moving on.
The veteran Fukada, his weekend is ending right here, unfortunately. He really had clean runs, but I think he was trying to give us or show us something to be aggressive. You know, he wanted this win, so he went in aggressive, but looked like it didn't work out for him this time, but hopefully he'll be back next time stronger. So we'll be seeing car number 15 Will go against car number 666 Mono for the third battle of the grade 8.
It's going to be a very interesting battle right there.
All right, now we have car number 808 at the start line. Manabu Fujinaka. He is driving the three-rotor FD3S built by TCB Magic. AWA tire, good ride, West Japan. Going against Yoshia Esaki in the Origin Labo Racing S15 Sylvia. Still has SR20 in it. He beat Yoshimi Mori, the 64-year-old driver at top 32, who had probably double the horsepower because this guy is running a SR20 with like 360 horsepower, something like that.
But man, Fujinaka was also one of our buy runs, so this is going to be his first go with a tandem battle. So he's been doing an amazing job. Obviously, you know, looking at where he placed was third place, so he's throwing good runs. So all he has to do is throw a good lead run and be able to get that chase down.
Yeah, but this whole wet situation right here on the track gives Esaki a chance to be able to hang with these high horsepower cars because the grip level is a little bit different from when it was dry. Fujinaka's going to go ahead and lead, and Esaki's going to chase. Let's see what's going to happen here.
So here they go. Fujinaki coming into outer zone 1. Pretty good clean sweep into outer zone 1, but definitely missing outer zone 2. And Esaki right there just falling short, but trying to catch some right here in outer zone 3. And Fujinaka about to throttle through right here in the touch and go. And y'all can hear it. Woo! And Fujinaka just throwing down right there.
All right, so that was right in front. I'm sorry, I just said, right in front of the judging stand. But as I was watching right now, it looks like Esaki kind of went 2 tires off along this stretch in front of the judging stand. Let's go ahead and check that out one more time on the replay. Now, Fujinaka looks like he is pretty much just doing his own thing in front. A little bit of a wobble here, but feels outside zone 1. Kind of misses outside zone 2, but gets into a little bit of it later. Esaki has a smaller line as well, but he's just trying to keep up. Slightly smaller line by Fujinaka on outside zone 3, and there's a huge gap here, and I think Esaki tried to do everything right here, then he had to steer back in right there. So that was kind of a major straightening right there in front of the judging stand, and that's when I said, when he did that. But we're going to go ahead and check that out. Esaki's going to be leading now, and Fujinaka's going to be giving chase. Let's see how well he can run his lead run now.
Good thing there's 2 of us because I totally missed that. My eyes were to the left, all the way to watching outer zone 4 right there.
Well, my eyes are kind of spread apart, so my left eye was going to the left, and the right eye was looking at Esaki too.
That explains that then. But that hole right there that's getting created is getting deeper and deeper as we keep pushing along.
Yeah, some of the cars, I've seen cars that dip just their left rear tire in there, but Esaki did both. He did front left and rear left, and he had to cut into the right to get out of there, yeah.
Here you go. Saki in the lead with Fujinaka on the chase right here. Saki getting nice into outer zone 1, clearing into outer zone 2, getting both those zones. Fujinaka trying to stay right there on his quarter panel, but oh, falling a little short right there. And a really good finish by the both of them right there in the outer zone 4. Man, Fujinaka, he definitely battled that one out because Isaki made that grave mistake out of outer zone 3 coming into this touch and go.
Yeah, he did right there. There's a slight wobble, but he does feel outside zone 2 a little bit better. And going into outside zone 3, Isaki does do a good job filling outside zone 3 too, but right here from here, Isaki had to straighten a little bit more. Slightly fills the touch and go. Fills outside zone 4 fairly well. Looks like Fujinaka doesn't do as good of a job as he does when he's chasing, and he doesn't fill the zones as much. But at the same time, Isaki did make the major mistake in front of the judging stand when he was leading.
Dipping 2 tires out right there, yeah.
Yeah, 2 tires, and he had to steer in a lot. And that was probably hard to see by...
Let's see what Ryan's got to say. We're going right with Fujinaka, Yoichi with Fujinaka, and Robbie with Fujinaka. So Fujinaka will be moving on to the gray 8. He'll be the first one of our last battle.
Congratulations to Fujinaka, but at the same time, I do have to say that I was really impressed with how Isaki drove this weekend because he was doing well, filling the zones and everything. This guy just needs a little bit more power, maybe when it's dry or something like that, then he'll be right in there with the top contenders. But congratulations for him making it all the way to top 16. And excited to see how he's going to do in the next round.
And then here we are, our last battle for top 16. Finishing up in top 16 right here, you can see in the screen, we have next contender. What's going on?
So our towing vehicle, well, not the tow truck, but the towing vehicle Hi-Ace is actually going to the scrub box right now. And I see Andrew Gray's car in there stopped. And there's officials all over the place.
So like you were saying, that's number 100, Andrew Gray with the Team Kazama with Power Vehicles RC. Lexus RC right there, and that's not looking good looking underneath the car like that. His crew's out there checking it out. But how's the competition timeouts work again?
All right, so we have a competition timeout that gives a driver 5 minutes, a 1 5-minute session. So once they get back to the pits, or as soon as the driver, or as soon as the mechanic starts touching the car, jacking the car up or something, that's when the 5 minutes starts. And you only have 5 minutes to finish fixing the car. And you only get one of those for the whole weekend. So starting from qualify all the way to the finals.
Oh, it's not looking good. His crew's kind of walking away.
Maybe they're going back to, I don't know, get ready, get something ready in the pits.
Oh, and we're getting the... We might be getting word right now what's going on.
I have to double check.
But man, his crew's not running back in intensity, so let's see.
Yeah, I just heard some of the guys in the back say that Andy has to retire. Let me go ahead and make sure and double check that the information is right.
This is going to be very unfortunate. He's been having a good weekend, so we'll see right here. Get a little bit more solidified word on what is going on. Because like I said, you can see his pit crew still walking back to the truck, and they're not really running back with intensity like they're going to be able to fix this. So it might be a something permanent that's going to knock them out. Beautiful car, though. This thing is a beautiful build, and I know on the off-season they did a full rebuild on the engine, pretty much just made sure everything was good and ready for the season, but not sure if it was a drivetrain issue or not.
Man, that's sad to say, but I spoke to him a couple weeks ago at a different event that we had to go to, but he was actually thinking about sitting out too because there's so much things going on back home at his shop. Back home, shout out to his wife Emily and Finley. Emily's home pregnant, That's why he's not out. She's not out here. But he was actually even thinking about skipping the round because of the whole situation and everything being busy. And a lot of the times, a lot of the foreign workers come to his shop to help him out. So he said the shop is really busy. So they actually threw this engine into the car just a couple days before this event just to make it out here because he made a last-minute decision where he wanted to join and try to go for the championship again. This is not the way he wanted to end the weekend because I heard that he has a drivetrain issue and the car is out. So Andrew Gray, four-time champion, is out of the competition.
And man, it's not an easy hike for them to come down here. I mean, we're what, probably 7.5, 8 hours for them?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But you know what? Compared to the U.S., I guess it's not a whole lot. But still, you know, coming to a competition and not
this happening, yeah. That's the biggest struggle right there, is driving all that way, you know, making it all the way through top 32 to top 16, and then getting knocked out through something out of your hands in a way. So that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, same as Fausto over there. He wasn't able to run his. His opponent had a bye run because his car broke. I think he was only seconds away from finishing his clutch change, and that's what I heard. So basically, all he had to do was jack the car down and turn it on. But hey, man, rules are rules. So
they are. That's very unfortunate right there. I know Yukio Fausto was all about, you know, representing Brazil and everything, and getting on podium. But here we are right now. We have Yuta Komatsu at the line in number 80 in his IS 350.
All right, so let's go ahead and see Komatsu's bye run in his Lexus. That would have been cool to see all Lexus battle right here, which doesn't happen so much in the drifting world.
Here he is coming into outer zone 3, filling all of outer zone 3. Is he? Came a little short out of outer zone 3, but coming right here in front of the judges' stage for the touch and go. Nice transition through the touch and go into outer zone 4 right there, and finishing strong. So there you are. That will be our last run for the top 16, and he'll be going against Fuji Naka in the grade A.
Man, just think what is going through Andrew Gray's mind right now. When I used to compete, I had a lot of mechanical issues. I mean, it's even scary to say I even got used to it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But this must be very disappointing for the team.
Very frustrating for sure.
I mean, he just had one battle, qualifying 6th, so he was looking pretty good out there. So you know,
it's
big
very
chance,
unfortunate.
yeah, big chance to get on the podium. But all that is taken away from him because of some kind of issue of the vehicle.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure him and his team is going to be bouncing right back
And I mean,
for the next round, because that's like home turf for him, because Ebisu is basically right there.
It's home turf, but I mean, like you were saying, this.
Oh, there you go.
いつもでも今回シフトアップしたらバーン壊れたんですよ。終わりごめんなさいみんな見たいごめんなさい。俺も走りたいでもできない。So, yeah, no luck. ごめん。Next round ね。Ebisu, yeah. Maybe we'll do stronger diff. Thank you.
Yeah, so he said diff. You heard the word diff. So he said he shifted up or did something, and boom, the diff went bad. And he said he was very sorry. He wanted to show everybody what he had, and he also was looking forward to battling too. But he said next round, man.
I mean,
at Ebisu, so he'll be back. He said he's going to build a stronger diff or something. So.
But there you go. That was last year he debuted that car. So it's still a fresh, brand new car. He's used to being in a JZX 100, you know, with his 4 wins right there. So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, but that's really, really impressive because that's a brand new build by his team, and they came in 3rd, missing the last round too. So, I mean, what if we had the last round? You never know what would have happened.
Could have been a game changer for sure.
All right, so now we're going to go to some short messages for you guys. Enjoy the commercials, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティー
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、 小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティ
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
And we are back. We made it through the top 16 of the Formula Drift Japan 2021 season opener here at Suzuka Twin Circuit in the Mia Prefecture. Once again, I'm your host, Kenny Harris. Alongside me, translator, judge, and co-commentator,
Kenneth Harris.
Robbie Nishida.
You're Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm Robbie. Okay. Now we see the drivers lined up. There you go. There's Mr. Kato from Liberty Walk. This is his first time joining into the drifting series, and he was like, you know what? We make cars that look cool.
Now we're going to make drifting look cool.
Yeah, we're like, you know what? We're going to go into racing too, so let's drift.
Definitely has a good driver here with Tetsuya Hibino in the number 4.
And here we go. He's going against Mitsunori Yoshimura. He was a rookie last year in the series, so this is going to be very interesting.
Hibino on the lead with Yoshimura in the chase run right here. Yoshimura trying to get some dial in and get a little closer right here. Ooh, dipped a little tire, but taking a pylon with them for Hibino. Hibino taking all of outer zone 3. But Yoshimura right there on his tail. Woo! You can hear that 4-rotor twin turbo screaming right past us. And finishing off strong right there. Yoshimura right there keeping that nice proximity through outer zone 4. And then he dropped off the pylon right there.
So that's the big cone eater we have out here. The LB Racing S15 with the 4-rotor. That thing is loud. Going against Yoshimura. Last year's rookie. Nice flick by Hibino. He fills the zones and he went tire off over there on the second part of, or the second cone of the second outer zone. Knocks over the cones, but it looks like he fills these zones very, very well. Yoshimura falls back a little bit, then he plays a little bit of catch up, then boom, right here at the transition, he gains a lot of proximity, gets super close to the car. Good job by both drivers.
That's a good chase run right there.
That was a pretty good chase run. I mean, and you guys got to understand, that thing's got an SR in it, so.
If for being a rookie last year and then coming in against this heat right here, I mean, that's very impressive. Well, we'll see what Yoshimura is going to do right here as the lead run, because this is going to be really the breaker right here. Hibino definitely has dissected this course to the point where he knows where he has to be and where he wants to put his car. So.
Yeah, because Hibino, I mean, he did dip a tire out on the outside zone too, but he did definitely fill all the zones, and he was where he was supposed to be at with big angle.
Yes.
So Yoshimura's going to have to match up on that too. And let's see how well Hibino is going to be behind Yoshimura.
There we go, Yoshimura in the lead with Hibino in the chase. Yoshimura coming in to outer zone 1. Nice fill of outer zone 1. Correcting a little to get into outer zone 2, getting all of outer zone 2, and starting early in outer zone 3, but in trying to keep in the whole time. Look at that. Look at Hibino right there. Just woo! And finishing off strong right here in outer zone 4. Man, I'm glad I'm not a judge right now because between the two right there.
Okay, now we have to talk about the level of proximity we had here. It looked like Hibino left a little bit too early, and there was a slight gap over here where they initiated. So Yoshimura tried to fill outside zone 1 and 2. Hibino had to run a really, really small line to gain proximity, but from right here, he has more angle than the lead car. Yoshimura doesn't fill the outside zone 3. And from here on, Hibino has him, he caught him, and he is not letting him go because after this transition right here too, where Yoshimura gained proximity on him, he's like, let me get close to you and kiss your rear with the front bumper. You saw how
that big old front bumper right there, the lip.
So now, obviously, we have to look at lead to lead, chase to chase.
There's a Liberty Walk team right there checking them out.
There was a major, there was a major shallow line run that Hibino had to do, but I think the proximity after that kind of evens it out as well. And now we have to go ahead and see how close Yoshimura was behind Hibino. Hibino kind of misses outside zone 2 right there. And Yoshimura doesn't really fill outside zone 3 all the way to the end as well, but Hibino is taking the similar line from outside zone 3 right behind Yoshimura.
Finishing right there with a kiss on the left rear tire. So let's see.
He was making a statement saying, hey, I'm right here.
Let's see who's going to push through here into the top 4.
And we got the next battle lining up.
See what Ryan's going to say. Ryan's got a one more time.
Oh, he got it one more time.
Yoichi Mimura one more time.
One more time.
And Robbie Nishida was Hibino. So it looks
there
like
you go. That's a one more time. Yeah, that was a close call for the drivers. I gave it to Hibino because overall his lead car or his lead run was, he was filling the zones. I know he went off course. One tire off on the outside zone 2, but he was filling the zones very well. And Yoshimura couldn't stay as close as he was able to be all the way until the end, where Hibino did a little bit of a better job when he was behind him, even though he had to cut in from the outside zone 2. But the other 2 judges saw it where it was a little bit closer.
It was, yeah.
So they waited out where there's going to be a one more time, and let's see this battle one more time. And I want to see closer battles and great lead runs as well.
That's the thing right there, is whenever it gets that close, it's hard to make that clear decision because both guys, they had their flaws here and there, but it wasn't enough to find to say, hey, this is the winner, this isn't the winner. So one more time is good.
But, like I said, though, Yoshimura is just doing a very, very great job. He's probably surprising a lot of these guys right now because he was a rookie last year.
You're right.
SR20, 500 horsepower-ish car, both S15s. One car is a little bit louder than the other.
Exactly. So they'll be doing it one more time, but till then, we're going to move on to our next battle, which is going to be number 36, Kazumi Takahashi, going up against number 8, Koichi Yamashita.
As you can see right now, the gesture inside the car, Takahashi was raising both of his hands. They look excited because this is our number 1 and number 2 from last year's championship, 2020. So let's see who wins this. They're the champion of 2020.
This is, like we were saying, and this was supposed to be the last round last year. Suzuka Twin Circuit was supposed to be round 5 of last year, but unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we had to cancel it, and they were first and second. They were only six points.
6 points away, yeah. So, this is going to be interesting because.
So Takahashi on the lead right here, and Yamashita in the chase.
Takahashi flicks his car, good angle. Fills the zone very well.
Coming into outer zone 3. Filling outer zone 3 very well. Coming in, but man, Yamashita right there. Not giving him any play. And riding up into outer zone 4 right there.
Great job. A good chase run comes from a good lead run. But looks like minimal mistakes by both cars. Not perfect run by both cars, but let's go ahead and check this out on the replay. Takahashi feels outside zone 2 fairly well. Outside zone 1 and outside zone 2. Goes in a little late on outside zone 2 and leaves outside zone 3 a little bit. Not super close, but Yamashita is right there behind him. Look at this, very similar. Kind of misses the touch and go. Feels the outside zone 4 right there. Yamashita is right there the whole time. So let's see what Yamashita has for us when he's leading.
Yamashita has been doing good, but both these two individuals right here had bye runs, so.
This is the first battle for both of them, right?
Yes. Oh, sorry, no. No, their initial runs for top 32 was bye runs, yeah.
Okay. So
I
this is the second
confused you
battle.
there, yeah.
I was like, what? Second battle for both cars. Now they're switched. Yamashita is going to be leading, and Takahashi is going to be giving chase.
Yamashita with that nice, clean new body kit he's got on there, that wide body. See what Yamashita's going to do, and Takahashi always out here to impress, so we'll see what he's going to do on the chase. Yamashita getting in outer zone 1, Takahashi right there. And holding through, trying to keep that proximity right there. Yamashita taking all of outer zone 3. Well taken right here. Coming in front to the touch and go. Ooh, and just missing outer zone 4 right there for Yamashita. So that outer zone 4 definitely could have been hit a little better.
Gonna have to evaluate this by watching the replay again, but right here, Yamashita feels outside zone 1. Outside zone 2 looks like the proximity by Takahashi. He kind of does miss outside zone 2 behind the car. Yamashita 2 doesn't feel the outside zone 3 as much as he should be, but goes into the touch and go fairly well. Then right here, that's kind of a weird wonky run. He misses outside zone 4. And Takahashi wasn't as close as he was supposed to be.
Yeah, let's see what the judges have to say here for it. There's another replay right here coming through.
This is Takahashi's lead run and Yamashita's chase.
Takahashi leaving a little early out of outer zone 3. Finished a little bit stronger than Yamashita did on his lead run. Here we go right here for Yamashita's lead run. Definitely about the same from right there. He got a little bit more in the touch and go, Yamashita did, but right here is where...
Yeah. So it looks like Yamashita did have a weird wonky line going out to the outside zone 4.
So Ryan has a one more time, Yoichi Mimura one more time, and Robbie with a one more time.
Yeah, I think both of the drivers made an even amount of mistakes. They're very small, but at the same time, they're all going to be critical. So
exactly.
We picked out to see how many mistakes each drivers made. Almost even, so we're just like, you know what? Let's see that one more time.
So let's see. We have our next battle coming up.
Oh, that's like both top 8 battles. One more time, one more time.
Exactly. So now we have coming up, it's going to be Katsuhiro Ueno in his number 15 Velino Tire VR38 180SX. And right next to him is going to be Shuichi Mano in his 666 1V. So
with the Vittor tire.
Yeah, Vittor tire.
And Velino tire. The battle right here. Both 180 front ends. And man, it looks like out the hole, Mano gets left behind and he goes in a little bit too fast onto outside zone 2.
Man, and then Ueo, though, that outer zone 3, he just took it all right there.
Yeah, I think he went a little bit further out though because the car got washed out towards the towards us where the judging stand is. So it made it really hard for him to go ahead and go into the touch and go. It looked like he missed most of the touch and go. But let's go ahead and check out the replay right here. I think he went in really fast and came around outside zone 2. Filled both of the first zones out. Really good. Mono went in a little bit too fast. Got pushed out. Missed outside zone 3. Right there, correction, dips the tire. Ueo doesn't look like he fills outside zone 4 as much, but he also did miss touch and go a good amount. But I think Mono made a few huge mistakes behind Ueo. So.
And I mean, his battle against Fukada was so much better with Mono. His chase run with Fukada. So it all comes down. All that pressure that accumulates right there it's a huge thing coming into the top, the grade 8 and all to the top 4.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, I mean, Ueo came in really hot too, so that kind of threw off Mono because maybe he didn't think that it was going to be like that. You know, he probably was like, you know what? I think I know what I'm doing, but being behind Ueo is a little different than being behind other drivers too. So let's see what he's going to do when he leads. Look like they're taping up the car. Oh man, is that good? Oh, okay, he's wiping it down. Good.
Taping up the side skirt that fell off whenever he hit the pylon in outer zone 2.
And once again, shout out to all the guys out on the track, the camera guys, the guys doing the videos right now, and also the tech guys, the officials, the starter.
Everyone to make this thing happen.
Spotters,
that's for sure.
Team guys. Mechanics, look at that, mechanics working on the car. That's Yamashita's car. They are getting the car ready for another battle against Takahashi. Overdose.
So we'll see right here. Mono coming up to the line right now, pulling up, ready to go with his lead run against Ueo. But yeah, Ueo in his VR38, definitely an intimidating car. But let's see what Mono's going to throw down as his lead run. Line to go. Mono in the lead, Ueo in the chase. Mono coming in at 3-2-1 cone, initiating into outer zone 1. Nice clean sweep of outer zone 1, but ooh. Little shallow in outer zone 3 right there. Ueo's trying to keep that proximity and ripping through that touch and go, and not the cleanest run.
Nope. Now there was a huge stall. There was very good angle coming from Mono when he made the initiation. Let's go ahead and check this out. He flicks it really hard, but he almost over-rotates the car, and he had to wait and wait and wait. So that was a very big change in pace when it comes to the momentum. So Ueo looked like he got caught up in it, but he did not lose drift. He kept going. He pushed through. Mono missed the touch and go, and Ueo wasn't as close as where he's supposed to be, but maybe the initiation threw him off to where he lost his pace. So he just probably wanted to just safely be behind the car.
So there we go. Ryan on the right for Ueo, Yoichi with Ueo, and Robbie with Ueo. Katsuhiro Ueo is going to be pushing on
to the top
final
four. So after 3 battles, we only have 1 guy that we know that's going into top 4.
But speaking of, we're going to be going back to our one more time for Tetsuya Hibino and Mitsunori Yoshimura.
So this is the first battle that we had for the top 8, or for the grade 8, and that was a one more time. Tetsuya Hibino in his 4-rotor S15 LB Racing versus Yoshimura in his SR-powered S15
with Team Mori.
Team Mori, rookie last year. And you know what? Hibino, or I think Hibino competed in FD a while back. And he did a few rounds, I believe. So he's not a rookie.
Oh, no, he's not. And here he goes right here in the lead run. Hibino kicking out real wide, coming in. Ooh, not quite filling all of outer zone 1, swinging into outer zone 2. Kissing that pylon right there into outer zone 3, and then missing it short, but coming all the way through to the end for outer zone 3. But Yoshimura right there on his tail, catching right up to him to outer zone 4 right there. Man, Yoshimura right there with a clean push for a finish.
Now that was a wild entry by Hibino, but it looks like he did miss a good amount of the outside zone 1 by a line. Here we go. He didn't reach and make it all the way out. There's a lot of angle, almost 90 degrees to it, but look at it. A little bit less angle, but Yoshimura is right there behind him. Now, there was a little wobble there by Hibino going into the outside zone 3. Kind of fills the zone okay. Makes it all the way to the touch and go. Yoshimura had to skip the touch and go to get closer.
And make up that proximity right there at the end.
Right before outside zone 4. So now this is where it's going to be interesting, where we have to see how Yoshimura is going to do in the rain in front of Hibino.
So here we go. Yoshimura in the lead position this time, and Hibino in the chase. I mean, that right there shows you why it was a one more time. These guys are neck and neck. I mean, matching each other. So we'll see if Hibino can match what Yoshimura is going to throw down on his lead run.
Yeah, I mean, Yoshimura and Hibino did a very good job on their first battle against each other. And now they know their driving styles, and now they've battled each other once. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of information, a lot of things going through their mind right now. But it all comes down to this.
Right here, to get to the final 4. Yoshimura coming into the 3-2-1 cone. Nice initiation into outer zone 1. Oh, starting early. Oh, some contact right there. Ooh. Oh, man. Yoshimura checking out his car. See if we can get a better camera angle on that contact that was made right there at outer zone 2.
All right, so now we have to look as judges to see who caused the contact right now. Is there a severe slowdown by Yoshimura, or was it Hibino coming in really hot? Now let's check this out. Yeah, I think it happened a little earlier. So it might have been Hibino's car rotating a lot more, and the rear end actually over-rotating and hitting him, where this should be definitely a braking zone or a decel zone, because here we go.
Approaching outer zone 2. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think right when Yoshimura was probably trying to get back on gas, Hibino came in a little bit hot.
There's the Liberty Walk team right there. Trying to get the kit back on.
Yeah, so it looked like Hibino came in really, really hot on the straightaway.
Ryan with Yoshimura, Yoichi with Yoshimura, and we got Robbie with Yoshimura. Yoshimura would be pushing on to the final 4.
Wow, the rookie from last year, first round here in 2021, making it all the way out to top 4, and the big beast that qualified first with a super high score, Tetsuya Hibino, driving the S15 LB Racing 4-rotor twin turbo, is knocked out.
He definitely did make a good impression on his opening.
That was a major statement that he made. He just came in,
took number 1 in qualifying.
And you know what I have to say is that was his first qualified run, and he came in and just got a 94. Bam. You know,
exactly.
And it was just like that, and they made it easy. So the car was built right, the driver was ready, and the team is ready. So we're looking forward to seeing this team
during the rest
mix
of the
everything
season.
up this year. Yep. We really don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the season. Congratulations to car number 53, Yoshimura. Rookie from last year is now into the top 4, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to see who he's going to be going against, Takahashi or Yamashita. But
before then, before that, one more time, we're going to move on to our final competition right here. against Fujinaka and Komatsu right here.
Who's going to be going against Ueno at top 4?
3-rotor versus 2J right here. Fujinaka filling out outer zone 3, but Komatsu right there trying to hold off, trying to close in, but Fujinaka just pushing forward and separating himself from Komatsu right there in that touch and go region.
All right, so this time it looked like Fujinaka didn't go as deep into the outside zone 2 area where he should be, but it didn't look like he was losing any pace. He was just kind of going on. Check this out. Good initiation by Fujinaka on outside zone 1. Misses outside zone 2. Barely makes it on the last end of outside zone 2. Fills outside zone 3 fairly well. And from right here, the car is shallow, but he does make it all the way out. Goes through the touch and go. And about right there, that's where we start to see no proximity from Komatsu.
Lost, yeah.
And Komatsu isn't making any big mistakes. He's trying to mimic his line and angle as much as possible, but the proximity wasn't really there.
Exactly.
After outside zone 3.
Just like Iha had the issue earlier, that outer zone 3 coming out into this touch and go region, that's definitely where Komatsu lost his ground and definitely gave Fujinaka that push forward.
Yeah, this must be from maybe a 4-door big car versus a 2-door sports car right here, the FD3S. This guy is very familiar with this car. Komatsu, this is a brand new build from last year. I don't think he's ever made it up to top 8, so this is going to be exciting how he's going to be beating Fujinaka. Let's see how it's going to go.
Komatsu coming into 3-2-1 cone, initiating, getting outer zone, coming a little late out of outer zone 2 right there. But filling outer zone 1 there, outer zone 2 coming into outer zone 3. Nice approach, outer zone 3, coming into the touch and go, but like we said, Fujinaka right there on his door and not giving him any ground to move. Man, Fujinaka was pushing him the whole entire way.
All right, it looked like Fujinaka was saying, yo, Komatsu, get out of the way, but maybe he was giving an extra push. Let's go ahead and see this. This may be from the difference between the traction of the car and grip and stuff like that, but Komatsu does a good job on outside zone 1, fills outside zone 2 very well, but Fujinaka is right there behind him. Komatsu does a fairly well job on the outside zone 3, but Fujinaka is right there. That's called side by side, door to door, and he was just waiting for Komatsu to move forward. Look at those flames coming out of the hood. Very good proximity.
Yeah.
Throughout the track.
Fujinaka wanted this. He looked hungry out there.
Fujinaka is definitely here to fight. He's not here to play. He's here to fight.
Yeah, so he's got that 3-rotor, so he's not playing around. So yeah, during our top 16, Komatsu got away from Andrew Gray because Andrew Gray actually had some mechanical issues with his car. So it's very unfortunate right there.
All right, so as we're waiting for the results, we still have one more battle for the top 4, which is going to be Takahashi versus Yamashita. That's something that we're going to be seeing after we give you guys the results for what happened in between Fujinaka and Komatsu.
There's Takahashi right there pulling up to the start line.
Yep.
Oh, let's see if we can get some results right here.
All right, so this is the drift veteran. Fujinaka's been in the sport for a while. Komatsu is almost a rookie.
Ryan with Fujinaka. Yoichi Mamura with Fujinaka, and then Robbie also. So Fujinaka rolling into the top 4.
So Manabu Fujinaka, congratulations. That was some awesome driving. He didn't even correct when he was behind. I thought he's going to straighten somewhere, but he just kept going. And maybe the rain helped him out a lot too.
Pushing along.
Komatsu did a very good job as well. He did a very good lead run, but I mean the proximity of the chase car was very, very good, and he had to fall behind when he was chasing Fujinaka. So hopefully he's back stronger at the Ebisu round, which is in the next couple weeks.
Yes, yes. And here we are right here at the start. We got Yamashita in there getting his tires warmed up and coming up to the line right now. So like we were talking about before, Koichi Yamashita, he was our #1 for 2020 series with 280. Kazumi Takahashi right behind him at 274. So 6 points difference right there.
Yep, and those guys were fighting for the championship. Look at that.
Yamashita's ready to
They
go.
look happy. They look happy.
I don't know if
they're
there's
probably
tears.
excited. Yeah, they're probably really excited. There's probably a lot of sweat coming out because it's probably pretty humid.
And they know they're top contenders, so they know they're both going to push each other's limits right here. See how they're going to throw down. So
Yeah, don't miss this one because they're going to give it all they got.
Yep. Here we go. Takahashi in the lead and Yamashita in the chase right here. They're split apart. Takahashi right here. Nice little entry into outer zone 1 to outer zone 2, getting full outer zone 2 into outer zone 3, starting early right there and taking all of outer zone 2. But man, Yamashita right there where the proximity is right on point, coming into the touch and go. And finishing strong right here in outer zone 4.
Man, other than the touch and go, what a beautiful job by both drivers and also the lead driver, Takahashi. He looks like he was filling the zones very well with high angle. Now check this out. Check out the replay. When he flicks the car, he goes from straight to bam. Good rate of angle. And Yamashita's right there behind him too. So
right there.
You have to have a good lead for the good, or for a good chase run. Now, there's a little bit of separation here. Takahashi doesn't go as much as he's supposed to on the touch and go, but comes back around to the switchback, goes out to the outside zone 4. But the whole time, Yamashita was right there behind him, so now we know why these guys were the top two
from last year. Yep. So
from last year.
We're going to have Yamashita. He's going to be leading while we have Takahashi on the chase. So we'll see if Yamashita can throw a better lead run right here.
There you go. The gesture says it all. They're both excited.
Ready to battle this out.
And he's like, yeah, let's go. You got this? Yeah, I got this.
Here they are right here.
So this is for the championship of 2020. No,
should have been. But here we are, Yamashita in the lead. And Takahashi on the chase right here, coming through into the 3-2-1. Yamashita taking it wide here, getting it outer zone 1 to outer zone 2 and filling all of outer zone 2 right there. Nice, clean. Ooh, look at that proximity right there. Woo! Coming into outer zone 2, beautiful job by both drivers right here. Yamashita in that touch and go right there, clean touch and go hit to outer zone 4.
Oh, man. I have a feeling we're going to be here all day watching these two go. It's that close because check this out. Yamashita does an awesome job leading. Takahashi, look at this right here. More angle behind, fills the zone together, and look at how close they are bumper to bumper when they're doing the switchback. Takahashi falls back a little bit right there, but it's good enough. And Yamashita makes it out to the touch and go, and comes back in, gets closer. Man, this is actually a better battle and a closer battle than what we had earlier.
I know, this is a rough one right here for the judges. It's our last battle to get us to the top 4 right here.
Yeah.
Let's see this replay again. Let's see what everybody's saying. Everybody's trying to say it one more time.
This is so close. This is too close because both cars has good parts and bad parts.
They do.
They have closer parts and not close parts.
And both two beautiful cars too. Yamashita with his new wide body kit by Weld. Takahashi definitely breaking this BMW down and understanding it. You can see how he's throwing it out on this course.
I'm already thinking of what to say after the results come out.
Here you go, one more with Yamashita in the lead, Takahashi here on the chase. Look at that, a little bit more angle like you were saying.
Yep, and they both fill the zone. Look at that.
Man.
And a little bit closer when he was behind too, right there at the switchback. But he had to cut in for a little bit. But at the same time, right there,
Look at that.
touch and go. Yamashita makes it more out to the touch and go, and it kind of finishes up. It looks
Zone
very
4.
similar.
This is not easy to do right here in the rain. keep that proximity and everything, but let's see.
Man, I would hate to be the judges here.
So let's see what Ryan's going to come out with. Ryan's got
Yes.
Yamashita, Yoichi Mamura, Yamashita, and Robbie Nishida with a one more time.
I totally agree with them. I
So-
totally agree with them because Yamashita went out more on the touch and go. I just liked Takahashi's high angle when he was chasing behind Yamashita and doing the transition and being close when he was behind, so I gave him one more time, but this is a well-deserved win for Yamashita. Now let's go on, and we have an interview with last year's rookie, and this is the first time for him to be in the top 4. This is Yoshimura, car number 53, driving the Mori Auto Service S15. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say and tell us. Does he have some secrets on how he made it this far?
Here we are.
もういいですか？今のお気持ち、まあとにかく相手が誰であろうと全力でいって勝つだけです。はい。
どんな状況だったんですか？
今がですか？日比野さんとですか？どんな状況か僕もちょっと分かんないんですけど、普通に1コーナー入ってアクセル踏もうとしたらもうドコーンって言って気づいたらもうコースアウトした感じで、もう何が何だか分かんない状況でコースアウトしました。はい。多分足回りとかは大丈夫そうです。外装だけ行っちゃっただけなんで大丈夫です。普通に走れると思います。
じゃあ次のレースも頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございます。はい、あ
りがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
All right, so there was a quick interview with Yoshimura, and then they asked him how it was, and he said all he's going to do is do his best and just try and go and get the win. And when that situation at the entry or at the initiation, the interviewers asked what happened. They said he didn't know what was going on either. He was going to get back on gas. All of a sudden, he felt the bump, and next thing you know, he was off course. So, yeah, they were worried about the suspension and everything, but he said it looked like everything is okay. It's just the exterior of the car. And good luck to him.
Pushing on to the final 4 right here.
Yep, so car number 53, Yoshimura, is going against last year's champion, Yamashita. And before we go to that,
we got a few commercial break right here for you.
Few commercial break.
Few commercial break. There you go.
No.
Quick commercial break. There you go.
Ne, 雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウェット A。ウェット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル、Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR 一番。
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティー
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウェット A。 ウェット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜革新のカーボンベゼル、Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR 一番。
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティー
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
「
We are back here for the final four of the top 16 that we just went through for round one of the Formula Drift Japan Series for 2021 here at the Suzuka Twin Circuit in the Mia Prefecture. I am your host, Kenny Harris. Alongside me is Robbie Nishida. Jeez. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Did you get cued? Was that on the cue card?
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, we made it through all the drivers down to the top four right here, the final four, I should say. And right now you could see Yamashita getting his tires warmed up here in the burn box. Let's see. He'll be going up against Yoshimura, which was the individual that just got interviewed. So,
yeah,
like you said, rookie last year and coming into the top four. Did he make it top four last year?
No, I don't even know if he made it past top 8.
Yeah, so
definitely first time for him to be in the top 4, and he is going against last year's champion, Yamashita, who just had a hard-fought battle going against Takahashi earlier for the top 8 after a one more time. Yoshimura, it wasn't an easy journey for him too because he had to go against Ima Maeda, which is a very, very skilled driver who made it back to the FD Japan round. From this year, he skipped last year. Then after that, he had to go against Jamaken, which is a very skilled driver too, in a similar SR-powered S15. And right after that, the big giant that qualified first, the 4-rotor beast, driven by Hibino, the LB racing car, Yoshimura, beat him and took him down too after one more time. So very impressive driving by Yoshimura.
Very much. Contact might have played a little bit on that, but you know, I mean, Hibino came out with some heat, but man, Yoshimura has had consistency throughout yesterday and today.
And you know, I have to say I'm really happy because that's some exciting driving where these guys really, really want it. They're just not going to sit on the sidelines and be like, oh, I hope I can win. They just went to get it. So even watching Hibino flinking out like that, you know, there was contact, and that's too bad that he did get the loss from that. But he actually showed us some heat. Wanted to show off his abilities, saying, yo, I'm here.
Especially
I can do it.
The conditions that we're in, too. Been dealing with rain all day long. It's not getting any drier. So
yeah, and I'm just happy that it's just wet the whole time. And yeah, it's not going to dry. I think we have a few more battles to the end of the day, and it's probably going to stay wet the whole time. So everybody's on an even track condition. So yeah,
let's see what we have right here.
Let the battles begin.
Yamashita in the lead and Yoshimura on the chase right here.
Yeah, so there's a huge power difference. It might be double right here too, but it's raining and it's slick. It's all about performance.
Yamashita qualified 5th while Yoshimura qualified 25th. So we'll see right here. Yamashita coming in, getting outer zone 1, getting early into outer zone 2, taking a good chunk of outer zone 2 and rolling into outer zone 3. Well ripped through outer zone 3, but man, Yoshimura right there, not getting phased by him at all, trying to ride that same line as him up into the end right there.
You know, this happens for some people too, but the qualify looks like Yoshimura stumbled over qualify because he qualified 5th or 25th, but it looks like he's getting better and better every time he's going against the driver. And look at sometimes a high point lead car, by chasing that, it teaches the chase car how to run the course. And it looks like Yoshimura's got this down because he's pretty much copying Yamashita's line. Not as close as he's supposed to be, but I mean, he's not super shallow. Very good job by Yoshimura hanging on to a very fast car driven by Yamashita, the champion from 2020.
Definitely a good worthy chase run right there for top 4 position, but that outer zone 3 that I saw right there, he definitely cleared that full outer zone 3, even though he's chasing Yamashita, trying to mimic his same angle and line.
Yeah, so they're taking it all the way out to on the outside zones. Very impressive driving by both drivers. Now let's see how well Yamashita's going to be able to adapt to Yoshimura. I've never think he's ever been against him before in a competition, and let's see how it's going to go.
Here we go, Yoshimura coming into outer zone 1. Good portion of outer zone 1, and then taking all of outer zone 2. But Yamashita right there
is not letting him go.
Pushing him right here, telling him, hey, let's go right here into the touch and go. And let's see how they're going to finish right here. Oh! Yamashita tried to close in a little bit there, but man, coming into outer zone 3, woo!
Okay, Yoshimura did a very good job on his lead run as well, but man, Yamashita just came right in. He just came knocking on his door right before outside zone 3. Let's go ahead and check this out on the replay. Good proximity, good line by Yoshimura, and right here, diving right in, barely touching him. Yoshimura does not go all the way out to the outside zone 3. And right over here too, he clears touch and go, gets a little shallow and has a hard time taking himself to the outside zone 4. But a very good job by both drivers. Yoshimura's lead one was fairly good.
That control by Yamashita though right there.
Yeah, that was a really impressive. I thought he's gonna hit him or bump him out, but he stopped right before. So
awesome run for, you know, top 4 right there.
That's a veteran.
That's what we want to see. Y'all can see right there, this rain is not stopping for us.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know if it's the rain or not, and the power difference doesn't come out that much. But man, Yoshimura too, he was hanging on, because I know Yamashita is not an easy person to catch, but he was right there behind him. You know, he was giving Yamashita some pressure, and I know Yamashita was feeling it for sure. That's why he probably knew that he had to dive in and get super close on proximity with Yoshimura to get his win. Let's see what's going to happen.
Ryan with Yamashita, Yoichi with Yamashita, and Robbie with Yamashita. So the champ is pushing on to the final.
There you go. Last year's champion is here on the finals.
Yep.
But man, congrats and a good job to Mitsunori Yoshimura, because he made it all the way to the top 4. Impressive driving by Yoshimura.
For a rookie right there, yeah. Last year's rookie coming in. I mean, it was a short year last year, so coming in like that, we definitely have some high hopes for him this year.
Yeah, that's like the 5th round pretty much that he's been to, because we were cut down to 4 last year because we were missing Suzuka. So just imagine this would have been his rookie year, because our last round last year was Suzuka. So if we were all here and the same people were here.
The improvement, I mean, granted, what is it, 215 days we had on the off time, so
yeah,
definitely dialed it in.
Okay, so since Yamashita qualified 5th, Yoshimura qualified 25th, and I think Ueo qualified 2nd and Fujinaka qualified 3rd, so unfortunately this will not be a podium for Yoshimura, but definitely something for him to be able to brag about. I mean, he made it pretty far and beat a lot of amazing drivers. Oh yeah.
Conditions, brand new track setup. I mean, you can't complain. That's a very good start for the
That's called
season.
Good adaptation, right?
There you go.
Yeah. But now let's go ahead and look at who's going to be on the other side of the ladder.
We
car
have
number 15, Ueo, qualified 2nd versus car number 808, Fujinaka, qualifying 3rd.
So, man, 2nd and 3rd qualifiers right here. This is going to be a good battle.
And I have a feeling, man, this is going to be like the Takahashi Yamashita battle we just had.
At the same time, I feel like it's going to be a loud battle. So you ain't going to hear me from outer zone 3.
Yeah, we'll just be quiet and then put the mic to the track so you could go ahead and hear these amazing cars. Rip It, VR38 versus 3-rotor, rotary, both sports car. Let's see who's going to win.
First good ride right here. Coming into outer zone 1 right here. Nice approach to outer zone 2. Right there on his back is Fujinaka right there. Oh, might have taken too much. And here they are coming through, screaming in this track.
Ooh, you know, I have to say one thing though. Fujinaka's chase wasn't the cleanest, but Ueo's lead wasn't the cleanest lead I've seen him do. Let's go ahead and check out the replay. Ueo leading right here. Not a hard flick, kind of a slow, low energy run. He fills outside zone 2 on the last half. And right here, he looks like he goes a little too wide on outside zone 3. This kind of knocks him off. He is struggling to get through. Very shallow angle going through. Makes it through the touch and go. And he almost misses the whole outside zone 4. He doesn't get as close as he should be. Fujinaka loses a little bit of proximity after or where this main stretch is and doesn't go into the touch and go either. So, yeah, something's going on, but man, we're going to have to see how Fujinaka is going to be leading.
Over Ueo's chase right here.
Ueo's chase, yeah.
But like you said, we've seen a lot more out of Ueo, so I'm not sure what happened there or what he changed up to show us this Final Four run for him.
Hey, but you know what? It was an exciting run, and I am very excited to see what's going to happen after this. And I'm excited to see who's going to win and who's going to be going against last year's champion Mazda, waiting on the other side. So it doesn't look like there's any eye contact. Ueo's looking over. Fujinaka is just concentrating, looking straight.
He knows what he needs to do right here. Two beast builds right here getting ready to go. Fujinaka in the lead and Ueo on the chase right here. Here they come. Down to the 3-2-1 into outer zone 1. Fujinaka right there. Nice entry into outer zone 1. Good portion of outer zone 1, but coming late into outer zone 2 right there. And a little shallow finishing out outer zone 3, but here they are. And man, Fujinaka finishing off a little like Ueo did, a little bit away from outer zone 4 right there.
Let's go ahead and check out the replay here. There is more energy in Fujinaka's initiation. It looked like he flicked it out a little bit earlier. Going in a little later on outside zone 2. Outside zone 3 wasn't filled as well, but Ueo looks like he is right there. Touch and go.
Closing in on that proximity right there by Ueo. Ooh.
All right, so now we're going to have to nitpick on the
lead to lead, chase to chase right here, the cross comparison. So we're going to get another replay right here.
Yeah, we're going to have another replay so we can go ahead and compare this.
Here you go. Ueo's lead run right here. A little late on outer zone 2. A little deep on outer zone 3 right there. And then here's outer zone 4 coming up right here where he kind of missed that. But then on the chase right there, you got Fujinaka. He didn't close that proximity like Ueo did. Fujinaka's lead with Ueo. About the same right there. And then right here, Ueo closes in. See what the judges are going to say here. See everybody out here shouting out one more times, and let's see. What y'all think out there? So we got RX-7 180, so it's a little back and forth. They're not 100% sure either.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough one. Like, once again, I am nitpicking little things here and there. We keep watching these replays. There are goods and bads in both drivers where some parts are impressive, some parts aren't. And some parts look like it's affected. You know, good lead, good chase, bad lead, bad chase type of deal. So, right now the judges are pulling their hair out. Man, I'd hate to be one of them.
I know. I just get to talk and see the results. Ryan with Ueo. One more time for Yuchi. Oh, and Robbie. So it looks like we're going to do another one more time on this.
Yeah.
It was close right there, definitely.
I really think so. I think, let's see. I agree on, I agree on a one more time, and I also agree, even if it went to both the drivers, because it was that close, you know. So I'm pretty sure Lantain has, he made his decision from just looking over, picking up the mistakes and stuff like that. And it depends on how severe the mistakes are, and each of us actually has a separate feeling on how severe the difference is. That's why there's 3 of us, and that's what makes it special too. So Lanting was outvoted this time, but I think it was a well-deserved one more time. Either or, even if it went to either of the drivers, because that was some crazy battles. So we just want to see it one more time, I guess, to make sure we know.
Give them the best results in these out of these drivers. This is bringing us down to our final 2, so we shall see.
All right, so let's talk about something fun while we're waiting right now, because I think they're going to go back to change tires. Yamashita's probably just sitting there waiting, twirling thumbs.
What you got?
Oh, I don't know. I was asking you.
Oh, explain the commercial again. Some of these viewers didn't understand the Brid commercial.
Oh, okay. So the Brid commercial, it's brand new this year. They use a samurai because it's very J, or we call it J, but very Japanesey, right? And the samurai has a samurai sword, and the samurai sword is there for protection. It's not to cut and kill people. So they wanted to go ahead and make that Japanese protection. The seat protects the driver. It's that kind of stuff.
And then in the background, you got the Shibuya crossing, which a lot of you probably know.
Oh, yeah, that's like super Japanese.
Yeah, major crossing.
And maybe in the next round, I'll talk about how they made the commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to have to tune in to find out, even if you do or don't care.
But
for those of you that muted us, you're never going to know why the commercial was made that way. But here we go. This is Ueo's 180SX with a VR38. That's not stroked. It's a 3.8 liter, but it is a beast of a car.
Running Valino tires right there, you can tell. He got his team out there double checking everything, making sure he's going to be squared away for this battle to get to the final 2.
Yes, right here. He has a few minutes to go ahead and change his tires out.
But man, what is it? It's like, what is it? It's like 2:30 on the East Coast right now. So
Lantain is falling asleep right now. Ryan, don't go to sleep yet, okay? We got a few more battles to go.
Exactly. We're almost there.
Yeah,
but no, thank you all for viewing in wherever you are. I see it, someone just said Orlando area. Anywhere,
dude,
anybody out there.
2:30 in the morning. Come on.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for sticking with us live. Anything goes on here right now. If we make a mistake, you hear the mistake. So the lifestyle of live.
Don't say that. I'm nervous now. Not really. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're going to go ahead and show off. We're going to show you guys a little clip of how the booths look. So go ahead and check that out. Since we don't have booths out right now with no spectators, go ahead and check this video out real quick. Let us know what you think.
뉴 J-Capo誕生 ニューシーグ4誕生
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
今までの常識を超えた録画領域360度全方位を記録する360度カメラ搭載日本製ドライブレコーダー HDR360C コムテック
は1968年に販売を開始し、2018年に発売50周年を迎えた販売台数世界一のダイキャストカーブランドです。年間約400種類のラインアップとなるベーシックカーからコレクターに人気のプレミアムカーなど幅広い商品ラインアップが揃っています。今回フォーミュラドリフト仕様のシルビアも会場で販売しているので、ぜひチェックしてください。
RSR Ichiban.
Body no tire.
Saito roll cage.
And we're back here at the round one for the Formula Drift 2021 series here at the Suzuka Twin Circuit in the Mia Prefecture. We're down to our one more time, and then we'll be down to our final battle.
Yeah, so the battle we are going to be seeing again is one more time from Ueo and Fujinaka. Is very close. One of the judges went for Ueo, but the other two said one more time. So we're going to see it one more time. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this battle again because it was kind of close. It was kind of a close battle. Obviously, you know, you guys are watching this live stream, so you want to see more drifting, right?
Exactly.
So there you go, more drifting.
And then already in the finals, we got Yamashita is already in the in the fight for the win right here, and he was actually the champ last year. So we'll see what he has to offer for us for the final runs.
And you know what's funny? Speaking of Yamashita, last night I was in my hotel room and my wife calls me and she's like, "Hey, there's drifting on TV." So I turn it on and there he goes, Yamashita teaching some male idol guy how to do donuts and stuff like that on TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was kind of cool because we
was that a
came
sign
in.
for you right there?
No, we came in and we were just joking. And we're like, on TV, they're saying that Yamashita was really, really like praising the kid who was drifting. So we're like, how come you don't do that to us, you know? I never hear him come to us and say, dude, great judging, you know? Hey, we never get that from people. So shout out to the judges in FDUS. Chris is in there, Chris Uhl. He's new from last year. Ryan Lontaine, of course, is joining us on live stream. And Brian Eggert is the other judge in FDUSA. You'll be seeing them next weekend in Orlando.
Yes.
On live stream, or hearing them, or seeing them if you're there. So yeah, so
They
you
are
know,
lined up.
give some of the judges a pat on the back. This is a really tough job.
I got you.
Thank you.
Got you.
Thank you. Now let's get back to.
Now let's see the judges at work right here with Ueo on the lead and Fujinaka on the chase right here for their one more time. If you're just tuning in, VR38 versus 3-road right here, all you're going to hear is nothing but, you know, anti-lag and everything just screaming through this touch and go. Here we go, Ueo coming in, locking up to outer zone 2. Ooh, nice proximity by Fujinaka right there into outer zone 3, but oh! Ueo trying to push away right here. And I don't have to say any words through that area right there.
Now, this time Fujinaka took a different approach on the initiation. Let's go ahead and check that out on the replay. Ueo makes an initiation, and you can see that Fujinaka is taking a smaller line, but he went for the attack where he picked proximity going into the outside zone 2. Now, he doesn't reach all the way out to the outside zone 2, but he gets really close to the car. But he does run a smaller line, fills outside zone 3 very well. Ueo is just doing his thing in front, barely makes it into the touch and go. And not much of a proximity after that, too. So now we have to flip that around and see what Fujinaka has to show us in front of Ueo. And what is Ueo going to do behind this 3-rotor beast?
Man, the pressure here coming up to the finals. I mean, one small mistake could be huge for them. Both have done an amazing job the last 2 days. Practice on Friday was awesome. Unfortunately, it started raining yesterday, and here they are definitely testing this track out.
I'm holding my breath.
All right, here we go. Fujinaka in the lead, Ueo in the chase, about to kick it off.
Here we go. Where's all the rotary fans at? And where's all the VR fans at? Here we go.
Fujinaka. Nice outer zone 1 clear, coming into outer zone 2, a little late in the outer zone 2. Man, Ueo trying to stay right at his door, keep that proximity closing in on him, taking an inside line on him right here into the touch and go. Woo! It got a little close there at the end. But man, Ueo was pushing him, coming him on the inside of outer zone 3.
Now the difference is here, Ueo takes the same line, fills outside zone 1, 2, and gets right back on line behind Fujinaka, but he does have to take a smaller line going around outside zone 3. And right there, Fujinaka straightens a little bit more than when Ueo was in front, and Ueo looks like he catches up to him. Takes a small line, but he does take proximity over the line, right in front of the outside zone 4. Now these close battles need to stop because we'll be here all day.
And we're literally down to the last 3 cars.
we're not going to finish this.
But hey,
we're not going to know who's going to win.
I think I kind of jinxed us because we only had one more time in our top 32. So.
And then you had to do it,
And I had to
right?
say something. So.
You had to say it.
But it's expected. Look at the level we're at right now. We are at the final of round 1 right here for the opener of Formula Drift Japan. So last week was the opener for Formula Drift US. They'll be moving on for next weekend to Orlando. But here we are, Ryan, with Ueno, Yoichi Mamura, Ueno, and Robbie Nishida, with Ueno sweeping right there past Fujinaka.
Just a small few bits and pieces that Fujinaka did on the track. Couldn't take down Ueno, but a very, very great job all weekend. Steady driving and some amazing battles that Fujinaka did this weekend, and congratulations to him because he was a number 3 qualifier and he did qualify better than Yoshimura, so that's going to put him in the 3rd place spot. Now let's go to the pin interviews with Yamashita out there. Let's call Marina. Let's see what they have to say. Marina?
はい、こちらホットピットから山下選手にインタビューさせていただきたいと思います。はい、決勝前ということでしたが、初めてのコースレイアウトで、しかも雨の中でしたが、山下選手、今まで振り返っていかがでしたでしょうか。
僕、基本的に雨大好きなんで。
そうなんですね。
そうなんですよ。なので、今すごく楽しく走ってます。
本当ですね。はい。I asked him. The course layout is different from past years and it's kind of heavy rainy, but he said that I love to drive in rain. はい、ということで次もうすぐ間もなく決勝始まりますが、意気込みはいかがでしょうか。
今勝ち上がった選手が上尾選手なんで、はい、昔から何度も走ってはいるので、はい、いいものを見せられるよう決勝にふさわしい走りをしたいと思います。そして勝ちたいと思います。はい。
ありがとうございます。He said that he and that drivers always driving together, so I want to win and I have experience, so I want to win. Thank you. はい、こちらからピットレポート以上になります。はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. The confidence he had. The confidence he had was good. He's been driving with Ueno so many times. He battled him so many times in the past, probably outside and inside FD Japan. But he said at the end he does want to take the win. So,
like you said, champ. He was the champ last year, getting 280 points for the short season we had. But let's see if he'll solidify it right here, because this was supposed to be the last round of the last year's 2020 series.
Yeah, and that's really impressive to know, or just to think about it, because Ueno is in a totally different car. It's red and it's got a VR in it, so you kind of forget about it, but he never really competed in this car. So last year he was in the S15. That car's not here right now. He's in the 180. Totally different car. I mean, similar chassis, of course, but then, you know, there's small parts that are different on the cars. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen and how it's going to unfold. But before we go on to the finals, guys, go and check this out real quick.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウエットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心やる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
Motorsports.
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. EO RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
ね
Motors.
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
The G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2021 series here in the Mia Prefecture in the Suzuka Twin Circuit. We are in our final round right here. I am Kenny Harris along with Robbie Nishida finishing us off.
How you guys doing? And we have one more battle to see who is going to be the winner of the round. We already know that Fujinaka is making, or he made it up to the top 3 spot. He's on the podium. Yoshimura was, he made it into the Final 4, but he missed it by 1 slot. But good job by him. 4th place for the first round is going to be a confident year for him too. Let's see what's going to happen at the next round at Ebisu Circuit. Yep. So thank you guys for watching and hope to see you guys next. Oh, no, wait. I almost forgot. We have one more battle.
One more battle between Yamashita and Ueo right here. They've been battling it out, doing an amazing job. Both of them started out with a bye run. They started the top 32 with a bye run, so they were doing their thing, you know, getting 2nd and 5th in qualifying.
Yeah, so for the top 32 battle, Yamashita got a bye run. Then he did slide by car number 17, Harino. After that, he had to go against Takahashi, car number 36 in the Eurofighter. Beautiful BMW. But he had a one more time against him. After that, he had to go against the rookie last year, who beat a couple of the hard-fought battles, beat Yoshimura and made it all the way to the finals. And on the other side of the ladder, Katsuhiro Ueo had a bye run for his top 32. He had to go against Mono, car number 666, slid by Mono, and also had to beat Fujinaka after one more time. And now he is in the finals
for it all. Well, right before Mono, he did have to battle Tamagawa.
I'm sorry, Tamagawa too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for leaving that out, but
still, definitely wasn't an easy feat to get all the way where he's at.
Oh, of course not. Ueo was the 2nd highest qualifier. Yamashita was the 5th highest qualifier.
We'll see what's going to happen here. But see, last year, though, they were both doing amazing things. I mean, I know Yamashita ended the season number 1 at 280, but I want to say Ueo wasn't too far behind. I think he was like 4th or 5th spot in last year.
Yeah, he was right there behind them. So
Ueo was killing it in his S15. He changed his platform a little, and still same engine, but a different chassis. He's running his 180 SX chassis, which he was trying to debut last year, but went ahead and rode out with his S15.
Yep, so this is a Nissan-built, Nissan engine, TR38 in a 180 SX versus a Toyota-built, Toyota engine, 2JZ and the JZX 100 Mark II.
Which, I mean, this chassis seen it all.
4-door versus, 4-door versus 2-door, or a 3-door hatchback. Velino tire versus Velino tire.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting right here. So Ueo's getting his tires warmed up. While you can see, look at that new body kit right there on Yamashita's Mark II.
Yeah, when we walked by it yesterday, I was able to put my fist in there between the stock fender area and the big, yep. it fit.
But it's not they haven't done it in mass production yet, but he said it is going to be available in the market here soon. So everybody anticipate with the 100s out there. I know JZX 100s are getting legal to ship, so a lot of people are picking them up.
Hey, what kind of car do you have, Kenny?
A JZX 100?
Yeah, see, he has JZX 100 too. So.
I do.
So are you gonna buy that white body kit too?
Probably not. Too much too aggressive for me.
Oh, okay.
My kids will probably end up destroying it.
By opening the door on other cars or
exactly.
something? Yeah, so that's a new look. It looks really cool. Awesome, aggressive look by Weld. And then look at this. This is the finals, but Yamashita kept the car clean. No contacts anywhere.
I know, very impressive.
All
but yeah,
four corners,
last year he wasn't running a rear bumper, so it's definitely an overall huge different look to it. Facelift, I guess.
Well, he had the stock rear bumper, but it was cut high.
Oh.
Because you have to have something.
But there wasn't much of it.
Yeah, that's why it was cut high.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wheels ready to go.
Yep,
Yamasha's just about to be there. But yeah, thanks again to you fans out there for sticking with us. You know, checking out the commercials. There's quite a few new commercials this year. Definitely huge thanks to the sponsors out there. So we want you guys to check out all the goods. And unfortunately, since we don't have the booths and spectators, you know, we want to give them their love for hanging on with us. And yeah, earlier I do love the appreciation from all around the world, everybody giving their shout outs of their locations, because like I said, I am watching the live chat. Something good to check into, make sure everything's good, and y'all are kind of getting what you want to hear. Probably less of us and more of this
more drifting.
VR38.
Show us more cars.
Final round
more
right
drifting,
here.
Right?
Exactly.
See, look at these guys. They're like, yo, let's go. Let's go, fifth fight. Let's go.
Here we are. It's going to wrap us up right here. This is the first round of the 2021 series. So
both drivers are super veterans. They've been in the industry for a long time.
Got some of the Texas friends saying what's up. What's up, you guys? Way to stay up with me and support myself and Robbie out here.
Here we go, the finals of the first round of 2021.
Ueo leading the way while you got Yamashita right here on the chase. Oh. Nice clean sweep of outer zone 3 right here. And here they come ripping through in the touch and go. Ueo was a little short on that touch and go, but man, that was a killer start right there.
All right, so let's go ahead and check out the replay as they go back to the start line. Ueo coming down the straight. Not as aggressive as earlier, but he does fill the outside zone 1 and 2. He goes a little bit out on the outside zone 2, knocks over the cone on his tire, keeps it within outside zone 3. Kind of washes out a little bit earlier and really has a hard time. Doesn't even go near the touch and go. And kind of goes straight through, shallow transition, but makes it all the way out to the outside zone 4. And that's where Yamashita got left a little. So let's see what Yamashita is going to do when he is up front.
See if he can connect it all and maybe connect that
but
outside clip.
The difference right here, I've seen Yamashita's strong side and strong points as he was driving all day today, but he does go all the way out on the touch and go too. So that's the big difference, where the lead car needs to be where they have to be and not trying to take a shallower line to run away from the chase car. So
man, I think this is our luck, because it looks like it kind of stopped raining.
oh no, it's misting, so
okay.
it's gonna stay wet. Just stay like this for another 15 minutes, please. Come on.
Here we are. So switching the roles right here with Yamashita in the lead and Ueo on the chase right here.
This may be the last battle for
coming
today.
in aggressive right here in the outer zone 1. Nice sweep into outer zone 1 and just catch in the middle half of outer zone 2. But here you go right here, Yamashita trying to fill out all of outer zone 3. Good job on that. Oh, and then, Ueo holding off right there after he dipped one tire right there in that transition. Oh, you called that right there. He did fill that zone. I mean,
Yeah, I've been watching him all weekend, and that's what he was doing. I have to say that Yamashita has been consistent on his lead run. He fills outside zone 1, fills outside most of outside zone 2, but look at right there, Ueo's right behind him, but he loses a little bit of proximity in between here. Great job on the lead car, filling the outside zone 3. Ueo was a little bit smaller on the line from outside zone 3 all the way through the touch and go, and right here, it ends up making him run out smaller line all the way through from outside zone 3 to the outside zone 4.
yeah, definitely paid the price of not getting a little further out in that touch and go and dip that tire right there. So,
and definitely a car that runs the outside line, it gives the advantage to the chase car too, so they can run outside line as well.
Yeah.
So a good lead car gives the chase car a chance to do a very good chase run as well.
definitely Yamashita showed consistency all weekend with the way he's been running. And, you know, right there, he was the champ last year, so he's definitely proven his point why he was the champ. Starting off strong this year.
Let's see now, who is going to take and become the champion for the first round? I think we know who it's going to be, but before we get to that, once again, short break. We'll be right back.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。ウエット A。
ウエットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心やる。
横浜革新のカーボンベゼル、Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
モティ
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウエットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜革新のカーボンベゼル、Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮、チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
Motorsports.
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
And we are back here after a long weekend here at the Suzuka Twin Circuit with the G-SHOCK Presents Formula Drift Japan 2021 Round 1 of this year.
Man, that was a long weekend, but at the same time, look at this. Barely no rain now, but thank you very much because it was slick and wet the whole time. Not the condition we wanted to be in, but it made it harder for the drivers to get through the top 32. And now we have the top 3 drivers right here after we saw all the great battles that we just did have. All right, we already know who this guy is going to be in 3rd place, but let me go ahead and call him out. Congratulate. Ranking number 3 here today for the battle is car number 808, TCP Magic, Awa Tire, Good Ride, West Japan, FD3S, 3-rotor RX-7, Manabu Fujinaka. Congratulations. A lot of hard-fought battles, and he made it all the way up here. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing him in the top 3 all the time this year. But now This is the winner here today at Suzuka Twin Circuit, the first round of Formula Drift Japan 2021. Who is this going to be? Let me go ahead and let you know who the first place champion is for this weekend. Drum roll. It is the 2020 defending champion, car number 8, Team Well JZX 100 Mark II. Koichi Yamashita is the champion. Congratulations.
And winner of round 1.
Winner of round 1 is the defending champion of 2020. Congratulations. Hard-fought battle, but the guy who qualified second is car number 15, Volino Tire S15. Sylvia Katsuhiro Ueno gets second place for the round 1 of 2021 Formula Drift Japan. Congratulations. Man, I can't believe what we saw, though. I mean, look at it now. It's not raining, but it was a wet battle. It was slick, but these guys had super close battles. It was door-to-door battle all weekend.
It literally just stopped raining, too. That's the crazy thing. But, yeah, it is good seeing this, too. Look at the blend of cars out there. You got an FD RX-7 out there. You got a JZX 100, and you got a 180SX out here fighting it all. Insane builds, insane teams. I mean, amazing job from these guys.
All right, let's see what the champion of this round, Yamashita, has to say. Let's go ahead and ask him a couple of questions. How does he feel about his win? さあ、今回優勝できたことに対してどんな思いでしょうか？
車がものすごくいい状態で、ほぼほぼスタッフの方々が、ウェルドのスタッフの方が新車で、もう去年使ってたものなんですけど、ほぼもう新車の状態で作っていただきました。そしてもう本当、ものすごくいい状態です。スタッフの、方々、そして関係者の皆さん、ありがとうございました。で、スポンサーの皆さんのおかげでここで立っていられてます。本当にありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。すみません。この雨の中、
訳しますね。
はい。
So, Yamashita was explaining that the car was in really good condition. He would like to thank his staff, the Weld staff, and also this pretty much car is a remade brand new car, and the guys brought out the car. All he said was it was a really, really good car, and he would like to thank the officials and staff, and he said it's all because of you that he was able to get the win.
はい。すみません、なんか年取ったせいでだいぶ自分で感動しててやめようなくなってきて、本当この雨の中、鈴鹿ツインサーキットの皆様、そして、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンのスタッフの方々、本当にありがとうございました。
And he said maybe it's because he's getting old, but he's getting teary. He got tears in his eyes because this is touching him in the spots he wanted to be. But he would like to thank the staff of Suzuka Twin Circuit and also the Formula Drift Japan staff. And let us go ahead and ask how Ueno feels about the second place spot. This is the first round, and now he is second place starting off the season. さあ、これでですね、今日はいっぱいのバトルをしてきて、この悪天候の中、ここまで来ましたが、今年のシーズン、2位でスタートです。どういう気分でしょう？
そうですね、車が今回、今週の水曜日にエンジンがかかって、スタッフの方々、メカニックの方、スポンサーの方、すごくとりあえず気持ちよく走ってこいっていうことで送り出していただいて、また今回、決勝で山下選手と一緒に走れたこと、すごい嬉しくて、みんなにいっぱい感謝して、いっぱい走り、もしかしたらっていう弱い気持ちの部分が多少出てきたんですけど、やっぱり楽しくあり、自分を助けてもらえた方々にこういう弱い気持ちではいけないなと思いながら、楽しく最後まで走ろうと思って、走らせていただき、雨の中皆さん スタッフの方、雨にずぶ濡れになりながら我々の走りをサポートしていただく、すごい感謝の気持ちでいっぱいでですね、やっぱりこう自分も山下選手と一緒で年近いんで涙もろくなるんですけど、やっぱりもう皆さんの感謝のおかげでこのドリフトっていう競技っていうのが楽しくいけれてるっていうことに全てに感謝して、これをもうすいません、ちょっとすごいもう感謝でいっぱいです。どうもありがとうございました。
All right, so we'll like to thank everybody, but his engine wasn't even on the car, or they just got the engine started on Wednesday. The staff and his sponsors and everybody that helped him out, he would like to thank them a lot. And everybody just sent him out saying, hey, you just go and have a good time. So he knew he was going to go against, a hard-fought battle going against champion Masta here on the finals, but he's really thankful, first of all, to everybody that helped him out, the staff. He just wanted to make sure that, everybody was enjoying it. And also he had a little thought that maybe he wasn't going to be able to make it this far, but he knew that it would have been not right to the guys who are cheering him on. So he had to get, put his strong face on and come in and try to take the win. And he would like to also thank the staff and everybody who was sitting in the rain and the bad weather. He said, none of this would have happened without the community he has. And him also, he said, I am very old as well, so I feel the same way as Yamasta, where he's getting teary. And this is a good start for him, and he would like to thank everybody. ということで、ですね、表彰台3位なんですが、シーズンのスタートとしては結構好調だと思いますが、藤中選手の3位、どういうお気持ちでしょう？
はい、今年は去年出てないんで、今年はどうにか成績を残そうと思いまして、参戦させていただいているんですけども、いろいろエンジン、一昨年のものとは全然違うんで、川田さんや、スタッフの方々にすごくお世話になっていろいろやってもらってます。感謝の限りです。ありがとうございます。
So he's back this year. He skipped last year. He skipped the 2020 season. The last time he drove in Formula Drift Japan was 2019. And from then, he has a brand new motor. And he said he would like to thank the staff and Kawato-san from TCB Magic for giving him a good car and being capable of doing this. And he just said he is full of thankfulness. All right, so we're going to go to a photo session by the photographers, and I would like to congratulate the top 3 spot drivers of this round. Congratulations one more time. And congratulations to everybody out there who made it out, and thank you for watching. And we'll see you at the podium after this.
All right, here we are. Thanks again for all the spectators out there viewing us out on live. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, all around the world, viewing from all over, crazy times. I mean, shoot, right now it's 4:19 here, so like East Coast is 3 something, West Coast is a little late earlier than that, but we really do appreciate y'all sticking with us throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, and hopefully we were able to deliver some great driving. I know the drivers wanted to show off their skills in front of you guys, and I think a lot of them were able to do it, especially with all this the weather change. And this is just the first round of the 6-round series, so we got 5 more rounds.
5 more crazy awesome rounds. Our next one's going to be round 2, June 5th and 6th in Ebisu Circuit West Course. Just like Formula Drift was saying on the chat, hopefully we can bring some smoke out to you next time and you guys can get some real thrills on the camera but you did get a little taste of the crazy engines that they got coming out.
Yeah, they did. And also, don't forget to tune in to next weekend.
What's going on next weekend?
I think next weekend they got the Formula Drift USA in Orlando, I believe.
Yes.
So that's round 2. They just had the Atlanta round
last week.
Last
weekend
right?
was the Atlanta round, and here we are. That's a, what is it? Not a doubleheader, a triple header right there with drifting. So stay tuned to them also. And then shortly after that, you'll have us in the 5th and 6th of June.
Yeah, so that's like a drift weekend and another drift weekend and
another
another drift weekend.
You can have a free weekend to go do something, then you're back with us on that weekend. So
yeah, just don't forget to join us again next time if you want to hear us. Like I said, if you don't want to hear us, just mute us.
But hey, if you missed qualifying or top 32, you can still go check those out online over on YouTube. Check it on the Formula Drift page, Formula Drift Japan page. So please go check those out. And then all these comments, we're reading them. We see you guys out there. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all out there. And these drivers love hearing from y'all. So thank you very much.
And I think it's that time. Thank you for joining us, really. Genuinely, I feel privileged to be able to be here and be able to watch this with everybody. And I would like to thank the staff, everybody behind the scenes, and also the drivers and the teams, even if you made it this far or didn't. And also those of you watching us and the FDUSA team. Thank you guys, and we miss you guys, and we love you all. Thank you for joining us this time.
Yes, and continue to stay safe out there, and we will see you June 5th for our next round, round 2 at Ebisu West Course.
See you at the next round. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you.
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心やる。
横浜
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
伝統と革新小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC
Motis.
the brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
ねえねえ、雨の日の運転ってちょっぴり心配だよね。いざという時にちゃんと止まれるタイヤ、ウエット A。 ウエット A。
ウェットグリップ性能 A のタイヤなら雨でもしっかり止まれて高い安全性を発揮。滑りやすい濡れた路面でもより
安心なやる。
横浜。
革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。
Made in Japan. Breed.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.